Chapter 620. The group of people could only watch as their people lay on the ground. Long live the Palace Master. Unify the underworld. Long live the Palace Master. Unify the underworld. Palace Master. The people of Shenju Palace raised their arms and shouted the slogan in unison. Flips table. Who the hell came up with this line? I wasn't invincible East. Shishang walked in front of a ray of sunshine. The appearance in the holographic game was based on the player's appearance. A ray of sunshine was quite handsome. Looking at his equipment, he was probably a RMB player. He was a good target to rob. She was so poor that she couldn't even speak on the world channel. Hey! Shishang squatted down. Why are you all lying on the ground? A ray of sunshine was talking to his team when he heard a pleasant voice. He looked at Shishang strangely. Was he hallucinating or did the boss really speak? Normally, NPCs would only talk to you if you took the initiative to talk to them. What was the meaning of this boss that suddenly came over to greet them? You guys are too weak. Shishang looked at them with disdain. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Nearby, majestic presence. Nearby, you'll suffer. Nearby, little novice wolf. Did she come over to mock them? This boss was indeed different from the other bosses. Shishang suddenly reached out to touch a ray of sunshine. A ray of sunshine's body shook. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Boss. Let's talk nicely. What's the use of touching me? I'm a player with integrity. Then I'll use my scepter. Shishang squinted his eyes. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. You'd better touch me. Nearby, majestic presence. Boss, where's your integrity? Nearby, you'll suffer. Boss ate it. Ha 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 ha. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. A real man should know when to yield. Shishang was just trying his luck. He didn't expect this game to be so perverted. In normal games, players could touch the corpses. However, this game's setting was different from normal games. NPCs could touch the corpses too. Obviously, a ray of sunshine was stunned as well. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Damn, Hua Meng Meng stole 100 gold from me. The game company is too good at making money. Area, majestic presence. She can touch it? Nearby, Jianghu's little white wolf. Nearby, you'll suffer. Restoring the real Jianghu. I finally understand what this line means. In this game, the difference between NPCs and players was that they could issue quests and drop items. The rest of the time, they were the same as the players. In the future, they would not only have to guard against players, but also NPCs. Shishang looted everyone. Probably because she was an NPC, there was a limit to what she could loot. Other than Ray of Sunshine's 100 gold coins, the rest of the items were worthless. Tie them up. Shishang ordered the palace attendants beside him. The palace attendants immediately went forward and tied up the 10 corpses. Very good, this game is interesting. Nearby, you'll suffer. Hua Meng Meng, what are you trying to do? Shishang felt that it was weird for him to talk to himself, so he opened the interface and started typing. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Robbery. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Nearby, majestic presence. Nearby, Jianghu's novice wolf. Nearby, a series of ellipses. NPCs have the function of robbing? How was the game supposed to be played by the players? Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Give me 1,000 gold coins per person, and I won't blame you for trespassing on my territory. What do you think? Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Why don't you rob us instead? 1,000 gold coins would be 1,000 renminbi. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Aren't we robbing right now? Nearby, majestic presence. The boss is retarded again. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Is he always this stupid? This array of sunshine had been acting stupid since the beginning. How did he get to the position of the leader? Nearby, you'll suffer. Yeah, he's always this stupid. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. That's enough. You guys are chatting with her. She's robbing us now. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Looks like it's not the leader who's stupid, but the whole guild. Nearby, Jianghu's novice wolf. The leader is rich. Nearby, majestic presence. The leader is rich +1. Nearby, you'll suffer. The leader is rich +2. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Is he rich? Is that why you guys let him be the leader? Shi Shang felt like he had seen through something. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. I got it based on my ability, okay? He's so handsome and stylish. There are tons of girls outside who want to bear his children. How could he get the position of the leader because of money? Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. The ability to get defeated instantly? Nearby, a ray of sunshine. He felt so tired. How could an NPC look down on him so arrogantly? He wasn't the only one who got defeated instantly. How could she laugh at him alone? Nearby, you'll suffer. This NPC is more fun than other NPCs. Her words are so sharp. Ha ha ha. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. I'm the boss after all. I'm a different kind of firework. Of course, I'm different from those flirtatious B*cheese outside. Nearby, majestic presence. The forum said that there would be a lot of changes after the update. Looks like they've increased the intelligence of the intelligent NPCs. Although the NPCs in the previous game were intelligent, they still couldn't keep up with the humans' thinking. After all, the humans' imagination was infinite. Moreover, this was the first holographic intelligent MMORPG. There were a lot of bugs. Some bored players went to chat with the NPCs. Now, all kinds of NPCs' quotes dominated the screen. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. How could those idiots make such an intelligent NPC like me? Shi Shang looked down on her with honey. Even though they were separated by the screen, they could feel the deep disdain. My NPC is so powerful. You even dare to look down on your creator. Aren't you afraid of being destroyed by humanity? This NPC wants to go to heaven. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Cut the crap. Give me the money. Otherwise, I'll send a message to Dream of Shi Tang in the World Channel to get you back. Yes, she was robbing now. She had to be serious. Nearby, majestic presence. I don't have money, but I do have a life. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Aren't you dead? Where did your life come from? A bunch of idiots indeed. Nearby, majestic presence. In the end, although the group was unwilling, they still paid the ransom. People had to lower their heads under someone else's roof. They couldn't afford to offend an NPC with intelligence. Most importantly, they had a rich guild leader. They didn't lack money. As for the other few, although they weren't from Dream of Shi Tang, a ray of sunshine still paid for them. $10,000 was spent in minutes, and a ray of sunshine didn't seem to feel bad. But being robbed by an NPC, to be honest, it was too embarrassing. They definitely couldn't tell anyone. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Why aren't you leaving? Shi Shang finished counting the money and realized that these people were still lying down and chatting. What's wrong with them? Nearby, a ray of sunshine. The scenery here is good. Let's chat here and talk about our dreams. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Oh. Shi Shang lifted her skirt and sat beside a ray of sunshine's corpse. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. What's your dream? Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Kill you. Asterisk, please vote. Monthly votes. Recommendation votes. Monthly votes. Chapter 621. Shi Shang immediately gave a ray of sunshine a look of disdain. A ray of sunshine was furious. Why did he look down on him again? He refused to accept it. Was his dream not great enough? None of the players in the server had managed to farm it. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Do you think I'm that easy to farm? She did not know if the previous Hua Meng Meng was easy to farm. But from today onwards, she promised that no player would be able to get the first clear, unless she went easy on them. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. It's because you're not easy to farm. That was why his dream was so great. Get the first clear and defeat the boss. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. So how did you bring so many people in? Maps that had not been cleared were not open to the public, unless they were teleported in through dungeons. This array of sunshine did not respawn or go out. He just laid there like a corpse. There must be something wrong. Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Why should I tell you? You're from the game company. A ray of sunshine reacted quickly and was not led astray by Shi Sheng. After all this time, he still wanted to ask him about the bug. How could he say something like that? Nearby, Hua Meng Meng, your people are here. A ray of sunshine adjusted his vision and saw a few people rushing into the small monsters outside the square. If they wanted to enter the square, they had to kill their way through the small monsters. Shi Shang sat beside a ray of sunshine and placed his scepter on a ray of sunshine's chest. A ray of sunshine was furious. How am I supposed to revive like this? Shi Shang smirked. It's to prevent you from reviving. The most annoying thing about RMB players was that they could revive indefinitely. Shi Shang waited for the people over there to rush in and used a skill on them. They were wiped out. All the players, you're not following the script. What's wrong with the developers? They haven't even started fighting yet. Why did they use such a big skill? How could they defeat her if this continued? Nearby, Hua Meng Meng, since you like this place so much, then stay here for a while. Shi Shang asked the palace to tie these players to the pillar in the middle of the square. Even if they revived, they would find that they could not leave this pillar. When they logged out and logged back on, they would still be on this pillar. The players were in trouble. A ray of sunshine could not take it anymore. They would not get anything if this continued. Nearby, a ray of sunshine, there's a bug here. As long as the people inside don't leave the dungeon, those outside who have a special relationship with the team, such as Master and Disciple, can form a new team and teleport in. They had discovered this bug by accident. They did not expect that before they could use this bug to defeat the boss would discover this bug. There were a total of 3 main cities in Chaotic World. Among them, the West Hill was the most prosperous. A ray of sunshine brought his guild members back, and many players looked at them strangely on the way. It's a pity that it's in the map and I didn't manage to screenshot it. Otherwise, I would have been able to make money. Being stripped naked by the boss. Ha ha ha, this joke is enough to make me laugh for a year. Look at the girl beside a ray of sunshine. Who is she? Someone noticed that there was a girl beside a ray of sunshine. She was very pretty, the kind of face that would make people fall in love with her at first sight. I didn't see her ID. She's so pretty, so there's no way I haven't heard of her. Could she be a newbie? Why can't I meet such a pretty girl? You have no money. Private, a ray of sunshine. Great boss, why didn't you stay in your nest? Why did you come out with me? That's right, this girl was Shi Sheng. After hearing a ray of sunshine's bug, she did not report it. Instead, she used the bug to escape from the map. As mentioned before, NPCs could accept quests. Since they could accept quests, they could definitely form a team. So in the team mode, Shi Sheng really came out with them. Then, the boss ran away. Where could the players who wanted to kill her find her? Private, Hua Meng Meng. The world is so big, I want to show off. Private, a ray of sunshine. You're an NPC, why are you learning internet slang? What are the developers thinking? Is showing off something an NPC like you can do? Let me do it. A ray of sunshine was tired. Fortunately, Shi Shang left their team when they arrived at Xiling City. It was really scary to have to carry a level 80 boss. A ray of sunshine had just returned to the guild's base. A sentence floated above his head. World, the Great July. I think I saw Hua Meng Meng. After this sentence, there was a reply about 3 seconds later. World, a man's true colors. Are you sure it's not someone with the same name? World, your daddy is online. Players and NPCs are not allowed to have the same name. So, July, are you sure you're not seeing things? Shenju Palace has not been cleared yet. How could Hua Meng Meng appear here? This is not logical. World, July's underwear. If you said you saw her, then you saw her. You won't say anything. Will you update today? World July's baby. Boss, where are you? World July's fire. Confess, boss. World Central Air Conditioner. July always brings his own fans. I want such fans too. Where can I buy them? Give me a dozen. World, the Great July. It's really Hua Meng Meng. A living Hua Meng Meng. World Hua Meng Meng. I've never died. The world was strangely quiet for a few seconds because of Shi Shang's message. World, a man's true colors. Is this the Hua Meng Meng from Shenju Palace? World Hua Meng Meng. Or is there another Hua Meng Meng? World, your daddy is online. Hua Meng Meng, how did you come out? No one has cleared Shenju Palace yet, right? The NPCs in this game could go anywhere. Sometimes, some players would go to the world to find an NPC. But without a clear map, the NPCs could not go anywhere. World Hua Meng Meng. Daddy, I flew out. World, looking at retard, this Hua Meng Meng is so arrogant. World Pig is beautiful. Why do I feel like she's a player? NPCs don't have such high IQ, right? They knew that NPCs could go to the world, but they needed to spend money to do so. But NPCs basically had no money. So where did Hua Meng Meng get the money? Was she really not a fake player? World, a man's true colors. Hua Meng Meng, do you dare to report your coordinates? World Hua Meng Meng. What? Do you want to worship your daddy? World, your daddy is online. The producers are good. They dare to release such an NPC. This NPC is enough for me to play with for a year. At this moment, Shi Shang was in a wild map in Xiling City, watching the female lead being tortured. He was also provoking players in the world. This was the self-cultivation of a boss. There was a player beside her. His ID was the Great July. He was the one who brought his own fans. This game was an advertisement. It was to restore the most realistic Jianghu. So there were many professions. As long as there was something in Jianghu, it was here. Assassins, swordsmen, bandits. July's profession was an assassin. He was wearing a flashy outfit. He did not look like an assassin at all. He looked like a courtesan. Chapter 622. Hua Meng Meng, why are you standing here? The Great July walked around Shi Shang curiously and asked while rubbing his chin. To watch a show. The Great July looked at a group of people not far away, then retracted her gaze. Aren't you an NPC? How do you know how to watch a show? I'm an intelligent NPC, not a retard. Shi Shang rolled his eyes. You're blocking me. You'll offend people easily if you talk like that. The Great July puffed up her cheeks, looking very cute. I'm an NPC, who am I afraid of? Shi Shang snorted arrogantly. The Great July, that's so reasonable, I can't refute. NPCs don't drop levels, they just drop some equipment when they're killed. Once the system refreshes, new equipment will immediately replace them. Who am I afraid of? You know her? The Great July turned her attention to Lu Jin, who was opposite her, and suddenly exclaimed, Isn't this the rumored girlfriend of the Great God? The Great July excitedly pulled the world channel and started streaming. Below, a group of July's XX flooded the screen. Where did this girl get so many retarded fans? Flip's table, why didn't I have any? I want retarded fans too. A Lifetime of Peace was very famous. A group of people were kneeling down and praising him. The name he mentioned, even if it wasn't very popular before, must be very popular now. Lu Jin was surrounded by people because A Lifetime of Peace said in the World Channel that she was his woman. At this moment, the Great July was still broadcasting. Immediately, people rushed over to the coordinates to pay their respects to the woman who had caught the eye of A Lifetime of Peace. Just what did she look like? She doesn't look that good. I'm prettier than her. How did the Great God like her? Her level is so low. Could it be someone's smurf? No, I heard that her skills are terrible. She doesn't even have common sense. The originally empty map suddenly flooded with people. The Great July's popularity was probably very good. Many people greeted her. Shi Shang was standing beside her. It was inevitable that some people would take a few more glances. Shenju Palace was not a place that anyone could enter. Usually, the first clear of a dungeon was taken by a few big guilds. The entrance to the dungeon was guarded 24 hours a day. Nobody could enter at all. Shi Shang hid his ID, so many people did not know Hua Meng Meng. July, who is this girl? A man with a man's true colors on his head squeezed through the crowd and walked to July. Judging from his attire, he was probably a scholar. Being a scholar was the most useless of all. However, when paired with a man's true colors and a face that wasn't too crooked, he could be considered to have a bit of scholarly air. The Great July pouted and didn't say anything. The man looked at the Great July suspiciously. Suddenly, he pointed at Shi Shang and shouted, "Hua Meng Meng! Why did I call you daddy?" Shi Shang looked at the man with a fake smile. Man's true colors voice immediately attracted the attention of the others. "Hua Meng Meng. It's true. We have her screenshots. F*CK, Hua Meng Meng. Does killing her here count as the first clear? I don't know if it counts as the first clear, but it's definitely the first clear. The first clear might drop the Moon Shadow Scepter." The players who had been watching the female lead moved to surround the Shi Shang. A man's true colors. Are you stupid? The Great July looked at a man's true colors hopelessly. She shouted so loudly that everyone could see her now. Nearby, a man's true colors. Seeing Hua Meng Meng alive was unavoidable. Was it his fault? Nearby, a ray of sunshine. Didn't you say you were here to see the great god's woman? Why are you all surrounding Hua Meng Meng? Nearby, you'll suffer, compared to the great god's woman. Of course Hua Meng Meng, who will drop the Moon Shadow Scepter, is more popular. Boss, you're being stupid again. Nearby, majestic presence. Boss has always been stupid. Nearby, you'll suffer, you're right. Because there were too many people, the people behind could only type on the public chat. Everyone was talking at once, and soon, a ray of sunshine's message was pushed to the top. Shi Shang's side was completely surrounded. Some people were already eager to try. No matter how good-looking Shi Shang was, she was just a walking equipment warehouse. Kill her and drop her equipment. The players had already started calling their own guild members. The people from the various guilds rushed over, and the various colors of the guild emblems dyed the entire map in a variety of colors. The people from Dreams of Shi Tang squatted at the back and whispered, "Team Majestic Presence. Boss, aren't we going to kill her?" Team A Ray of Sunshine, haven't you seen the power of the Moon Shadow Scepter? Only idiots would go up there with such lethality. Team, you'll suffer, so many idiots. The people over there had already started fighting. Just like what A Ray of Sunshine said, a lot of people died. The power of the Moon Shadow Scepter was incredible. Team Wanderer's Novice Wolf, don't you think she's a bug too? Not only was her IQ higher than other NPCs, she even went to the World Channel to provoke players. He had never seen such an awesome NPC. Team A Ray of Sunshine, will she drop the Moon Shadow Scepter if we kill her outside? Team Majestic Presence, can we kill her? Team, you'll suffer, of course not. Team Wanderer's Novice Wolf, did you hear what he said? This was probably the highest number of deaths in one go since the server was launched. There were corpses all over the map. Among these corpses, there was only a young girl holding a scepter, looking down on everyone. Such abnormal behavior was immediately reported to the game company. They could still understand if you killed a few people. Damn it, you killed so many people. They would not believe that there was no bug. They felt like they were back in the beginner's village. Even a level 1 monster could kill them. Because there were too many reports, the server was temporarily suspended. Some people were forced to go offline before they could react. The corpses all over the map disappeared. Only Shi Shang was left. The empty map was a little creepy. Soon, she saw a few NPC avatars walking towards her. How did this Hua Meng Meng run out of Shenju Palace? Maybe it's a bug. We have to check to know. I've seen the data just now. Her damage is frighteningly high. It doesn't match her initial settings. Shi Shang allowed them to discuss in front of him. In the end, someone tried to attack Shi Shang. Shi Shang used a big move and a few NPCs fell to the ground at the same time. Nearby NPC 1, nearby NPC 2, nearby NPC 3, a few NPCs resurrected at the same time. Before they could stand up, they fell to the ground again. Get up. Lie down again. Get up again. Continue to lie down. Nearby NPC 1, something's wrong. Nearby NPC 2. NPCs were not allowed to attack NPCs unless it was a mission. But this Hua Meng Meng attacked them one after another. Asterisk little fairy, take it easy. If you break this world, you'll die. Shi Shang, I'll die then. Let's meet in the next world. Little fairy, I'm telling you, you can't think like that. Shi Shang, then give me Feng Ci. Little fairy, it's okay. Do whatever you want. Shi Shang, retard. Chapter 623. A few coders laid there silently for a while and then disappeared. Not long after, they came back and found that Shi Shang was gone. But when they checked again, there were no abnormalities. Shi Shang was in Shenju Palace, and all the data was normal. A few coders changed the strange data back and thought it was a system error, so they did not pay much attention to it. There were too many bugs in the game, and they worked overtime almost every day. The game returned to normal quickly. As soon as they went online, they talked about what happened in the World Channel. They were relieved after confirming that it was a bug. If the boss was so strong, they would not be able to play the game anymore. This incident was soon covered by other news. There were still people who formed groups to farm Shi Shang. But they were wiped out by Shi Shang every time. World, where are you, wife? Hua Meng Meng can't clear it. We've been wiped out 3 times. World, majestic presence. What's 3 wipes? We can't even count the number of times we've been wiped out with 10 fingers. World, a man's true colors. Is there something wrong with the game company? Who can clear such a difficult dungeon? I heard that if this dungeon is cleared, the later maps will not be updated. World, your daddy is online. The game company is suppressing the update. If we clear the dungeon too quickly, they will have to update the later maps. It's obvious that they're doing this on purpose. Daddy has seen through their evil intentions. World, central air conditioner. It seems that the great god has not cleared it yet. World, a man's true colors. Which great god? World, central air conditioner. A lifetime of peace. World, your daddy is online. The great god has not cleared it yet. The discussion in the World Channel turned into a one-man show for a lifetime of peace. Shi Shang blocked the World Channel and walked out of Shenju Palace, ready to watch the female lead. Now she did not need players to bring her out of Shenju Palace. She changed the data and changed her own attributes, so that these people would not want to farm her as soon as she went out. She could not even watch the female lead. Nearby, cold and lonely, 30 books, entered PM. Nearby, Lu Jin, can I? Nearby, cold and lonely, enter. These messages were sent a minute ago. Shi Shang looked around and saw a team in front of an NPC. There were only 4 people in the team, 1 more person was missing. Shi Shang didn't even think about it before he sent an application to join the team. The other party quickly agreed to Shi Shang's request. Shi Shang immediately ran over. The man in the lead was cold and clear. He looked rather cold and aloof. Lu Jin looked adorable. She blushed as she looked at Shi Shang and smiled obediently. Hello. Her voice was clear and melodious, very pleasant to the ears. Shi Shang glanced at her and nodded slightly. Why can't I see your level? A girl named Searching and Seeking, who was standing beside Cold and Cheerless, suddenly spoke up. She said with some dissatisfaction, "We can't even see his ID. What's there to hide? It's not like it's his real name." Shi Shang had also changed her appearance, so she was wearing a different face now. These people didn't recognize her. "My level is higher than yours." Shi Shang looked at Sun Mi with a faint smile. "I's real name would scare you to tears." Ever since she came over, this girl had been sizing her up with a guarded expression. Cold and quiet, searching and searching. It was obvious that they were a couple. Sunmi's expression changed slightly. This was the game's setting. High-level players could hide their levels. Low-level players couldn't see it, but high-level players could still see it. "Team, cold and clear. Listen to my commands later." A message suddenly popped up in the team chat. Sunmi glared at Shi Shang and walked to Cold and Clear's side without saying a word. No one in the team had any objections. Cold and Clear directly opened the dungeon. When the map was transferred, everything went black. When they opened their eyes again, they were in a new map. The 30 dungeons were all low-level dungeons. Cold and Clear was probably carrying Sun Mi. After all, Cold and Clear was almost level 75 while Sun Mi was only level 22. When they were clearing the dungeon, Cold and Clear didn't speak at all. Shi Shang observed the female lead's movements. She was indeed terrible. "Hey, do you know how to play?" Sun Mi angrily roared at Lu Jin. The monsters beside them had already rushed over. Just as they were about to pounce on Sun Mi, Cold and Clear suddenly appeared beside her and jumped to the side with her in his arms. Lu Jin was a flop. Shi Shang. Poor female lead. Lu Jin had a resurrection item on her. She climbed up from the ground and continued to fight the monsters without saying a word. Sun Mi tried to find fault with her a few times, but Lu Jin ignored her and continued to fight the monsters. Finally, when the boss fell, Sun Mi immediately went to loot the body. Regardless of whether the items dropped were useful or not, she directly kept them. She had no intention of taking them out. "Team, above. Girl, aren't you being immoral?" Another guy in the team was dissatisfied. The items dropped from dungeons were either distributed according to demand or auctioned. Not only did Sun Mi slack off the entire time, but now she directly took all the items. She was worse than Lu Jin. The 30 dungeon items weren't worth much, but this kind of behavior was very disgusting. "Team, Sun Mi. My husband is carrying me." "Of course, the items are mine." "Team, Cold and Clear. No, leave." Cold and Clear's attitude clearly showed that he agreed with Sunmi's words. Above angrily cursed and left the team. "Player, Lu Jin has traded you a fire bracelet. Do you accept?" A trade window suddenly popped up in front of Shi Shang. Shi Shang. What was going on? Why did the female lead suddenly give her something? "Private, Lu Jin. I just secretly looted 2 items. I'll give you 1. Shi Shang clicked, decline. "Private. Anonymous. It's useless to me." "Private, Lu Jin. Oh." Lu Jin closed the trade window. While the two were talking, Cold and Clear pulled another person over. The few of them went into the dungeon again. Just like before, Sun Mi picked up all the dropped items. Not even a scrap was left behind. Every time, Lu Jin took advantage of Sun Mi looting to loot the corpses. Normally, the corpses could only be looted once. Lu Jin's account was a lucky account. Even if she had been looted, she could still loot something. This player was obviously more patient than the previous one. He probably just wanted to level up, so after a few more attempts, he left the team without a word. Shi Shang felt that there was no point in doing this, so he also left the team. As soon as she left, the team name above Lu Jin's head also disappeared. "I carried you guys for half a day, but you didn't even say thank you." Sun Mi sneered. Lu Jin was a bit confused, but she still thanked Sun Mi. Shi Shang face-bombed. "Io, this female lead is so adorably silly. Asterisk little fairy. I've been riding for half a day, but you guys didn't even give me a ticket. Cherub. I've already voted for you every day. Little fairy. Not enough. Cherub, you're stuffed to death. Little fairy, as long as it's a ticket, I'm willing to die. Cherub. I give up. Chapter 624. After Sun Mi and Cold and Lonely left, Lu Jin immediately approached Shi Shang with a smile. What do you need? I'll see if I have it. There really was a type of person who could forget everything that happened a second ago and not care about others. Shi Shang would think that this type of person was a retard. But this retard was too cute. What do you have? Shi Shang asked with a faint smile. Oh. Lu Jin was probably rummaging through her bag. After a while, she posted a bunch of things on the nearby channel. It was a mess. There were all kinds of things. So many things, wouldn't they take up space? What do you need? Lu Jin asked Shi Shang stupidly. Shi Shang. This boss doesn't lack anything. Aren't you afraid that I'll rob you? Shi Shang suddenly revealed a sinister smile. How did the male lead teach you to show your things to a stranger? If it was him, he would definitely make Feng Ci not talk to strangers. Lu Jin blinked. If you're so strong, why do you want to rob me? Because you're easy to rob. Lu Jin's level was low, but because of her account, she actually had some good stuff on her. So robbing her was a very smart choice. It saved time and effort. I'll give you whatever you want. Just don't kill me. Lu Jin looked at Shi Shang pitifully. She didn't want to drop levels anymore. Leveling up was so hard. Shi Shang almost couldn't breathe. My female lead is so amazing. Aside from being a little dumb, this female lead probably didn't break down. Shi Shang thought for a moment. It seemed that the dumb female lead didn't break down that easily. Why? Was it because she wasn't smart enough? That was very likely. After all, it took a lot of intelligence to break down and scheme against others. If she was dumb to begin with, then she would probably be the one to fall into the trap. Area. A lifetime of peace. Lu Jin. The male lead's ID suddenly popped up in the nearby channel. Shi Shang subconsciously looked around. From the southeast direction, he saw the male lead flying over arrogantly. The male lead was a swordsman. His clothes were elegant. As the male lead, his attractiveness was naturally top-notch. Coupled with that cold expression that kept people 1,000 miles away, he was a fresh male god of abstinence. A lifetime of peace landed beside Lu Jin and sized up Shi Shang. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. Didn't I tell you not to talk to strangers? Oh my. Very good. This was very in line with the style of a domineering CEO. Lu Jin didn't respond for a long time. Shi Shang observed Lu Jin's facial expression. The female lead was probably struggling with whether she should reply or not. Area. A lifetime of peace. Speak. Guru. Lu Jin called out weakly and explained in a low voice. This sister was with me just now. She's not a stranger. Nearby. A lifetime of peace. Did you turn a deaf ear to what I said? Shi Shang. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Even through the screen, she could feel the male lead's possessiveness. Yes, this was very domineering. Lu Jin was in a dilemma again. A lifetime of peace pulled Lu Jin away. She didn't look at Shi Shang at all. Shi Shang was speechless. I was such a big person, but he treated me like air. World, a man's true colors. F*CK. Where did Hua Meng Meng go? I finally reached the end of the game, but Hua Meng Meng wasn't there. Vomiting blood. World, a ray of sunshine. It's time to prove that I'm ugly. World, a man's true colors. A ray of sunshine, don't look for trouble. World, a man's true colors. You guys from Dream of Shitang didn't even fight her. What's there to gloat about? World, a ray of sunshine. I'm looking for your sister. World, you'll suffer. We finally saw Hua Meng Meng. World, Hua Meng Meng. Why are you looking for me? Shi Shang returned to the world while walking towards the edge of the map. World, a ray of sunshine. World, majestic presence. World, a man's true colors. Hua Meng Meng, where are you? Come back and die. It was not strange to look for a boss in the world, but it was strange to ask a boss where she was in the world. Shi Shang looked around. It was quite desolate. The map only showed the coordinates, but there was no name. World, Hua Meng Meng. Come find me if you can. You want I to go back, I will go back? That's so shameful. I'm a boss with dignity. World, the Great July. I'll give 101 points to this boss. I'm not afraid of you getting arrogant with one more point. World, Hua Meng Meng. You can give me 200 points after rounding it off. World, July's underwear. Pfft. World, July's underwear. Pfft. World, July's baby. Big Daddy, I've seen someone more shameless than you. Pfft. NPC. World, the Great July. I've learned something new. World, Hua Meng Meng. Postures are meant to be done. World, your daddy is online. I saw such a shocking piece of news as soon as I logged in. It's so filthy that the system doesn't even need to ban me. World, your daddy is online. No, the person above me is Hua Meng Meng. Shocked and horrified, World. Hua Meng Meng, you're right. It's me, your daddy. World, your daddy is online. Hua Meng Meng, I don't think I've offended you. Why was she always targeting him? He didn't go to Shanju Palace to farm her, nor did he scold her. Why was he on the NPC's blacklist? World, the Great July. Because of your avatar, Hua Meng Meng, am I right? World, July's underwear. Because of your avatar, Hua Meng Meng, am I right? World, July's underwear. Because of your avatar, Hua Meng Meng, am I right? World, your daddy is online. What's wrong with my avatar? Angry. World, a man's true colors. Hua Meng Meng, come back quickly. I'm waiting to farm you at Shenju Palace. A man's true colors was furious. Playing games with intelligent NPCs was really tiring. Moreover, he couldn't insult the NPC, or else he would be blacklisted by the NPC. When he farmed the NPC, he wouldn't be able to drop anything, let alone accept missions. He was just that capricious. But he had to admit that it was much more fun than those fixed games in the past. World, Ancestor, stop fooling around. Hua Meng Meng, a man's true colors is waiting for you to go back and pamper him. Just fulfill his wish. World, a man's true colors. F*CK, beep. World, Hua Meng Meng. No, I'm too poor. World, Ancestor, stop fooling around. Ha 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 ha. World, oh my god. Are NPCs nowadays so materialistic? World, the Great July. So you must have money to farm Hua Meng Meng? All players have received a malicious message from the development team X1, World. Your daddy is online. I must complain. I must complain. NPCs are discriminating against strong players. World, Hua Meng Meng. You're welcome to complain about your daddy. World, your daddy is online. World, the Great July. Ha ha ha. World, Ancestor, stop fooling around. I'm laughing so hard I'm about to faint in the toilet. World, the Great July. Above, please pay attention to your avatar. Just as these people were making jokes, Shi Shang had already reached the end of the map. If he continued to walk forward, it would be darkness. Chapter 625. When Shi Shang returned to Shenju Palace, the man's true colors team was still clearing the monsters out of boredom. Hua Meng Meng is back. The first player who saw Shi Shang yelled, and the others immediately looked in the direction he was looking at. The leaves of the parasol trees on both sides were lush, and the light and shadow shone on the narrow path paved with bluestones. A blue figure passed through the mottled light and shadow, and gradually approached, and the hazy face became clearer. Hua Meng Meng's face was virtual, so her beauty was almost flawless, and anyone who saw her would fall head over heels for her. Of course, that was if she was not an NPC. Normal people would not like a string of data. Hua Meng Meng, you're still willing to come back? The man's true colors used his jumping skill to block Shi Shang on the narrow path. You're all waiting for me to kill you, of course I'm coming back. Shi Shang's mouth curved into an arrogant smile. Who's going to die first? The man's true colors wanted to scold Shi Shang. But when he thought about it, he would be blacklisted if he scolded her, so he held back. What's the use of arguing with an intelligent NPC? It was all the game company's fault for setting up such a weird boss to trick the players. Game company, we won't take the blame for this. The normal process was to clear the monsters outside Shenju Palace, then clear the elite monsters inside Shenju Palace, then the small boss like the Protector, and finally Hua Meng Meng, the final boss. But the man's true colors team had not even started to clear the monsters, and they were all defeated in an instant. Nearby, the man's true colors. Nearby, I'm pregnant. Nearby, waiting for Misty Rain. Nearby, I'm waiting for you. Nearby, split. This boss did not follow the rules. Complain. I must complain. So Shi Shang's data was checked by the programmer again, but the result was still the same, nothing unusual. The most important thing was that the game settings did not follow the rules in the first place. In the end, the conclusion was given. NPCs were intelligent, and sometimes they would react according to the player's words and actions. The game could not be static, so the players were asked to explore on their own. The players, they wanted to give up on this game, although they were reluctant in the end. Every day, the players on the World Channel to tease Shi Shang, but in the end, it was the players who were teased, and the game became Hua Meng Meng. Private chat, a ray of sunshine, a lifetime of peace is going to kill you. A ray of sunshine sent a message early in the morning. Before Shi Shang could reply, a ray of sunshine's messages kept popping up. Private, a ray of sunshine. You can't let a lifetime of peace pass. I didn't pass, so you can't let him pass either. Private chat, a ray of sunshine. In any case, I'm your friend who told you about bugs. Private, a ray of sunshine. Hua Meng Meng, are you there? Private, Hua Meng Meng. A ray of sunshine seemed to know a lifetime of peace's movements like the back of his hand. He even knew when he would come to farm. A lifetime of peace's gang was Swift Shadow. When Shi Shang had just arrived, he had seen its name in the world chat. Later on, he heard players mention it. Although it wasn't the biggest guild in the server, it was a very strong guild. The lowest level of players was 70. More than half of the hero rankings were from Swift Shadow. Oh, that's not right. The lowest level now is 30. The female lead has joined their guild. As soon as a ray of sunshine said that the time was up, Shi Shang received a system notification that players had entered the dungeon. The map of Shenju Palace was very big. Other than her palace, there were a few more stages ahead. And the world chat showed 100% interest in Swift Shadow's Shenju Palace dungeon. Swift Shadow did not manage to clear the dungeon the first time. After that, they never cleared it again. This time, they would definitely be fully prepared. World, your daddy is online, can you clear the dungeon and get the first kill this time? World, the Great July, if Hua Meng Meng is a normal NPC, you can definitely do it. But is Hua Meng Meng a normal NPC? World, Hua Meng Meng. No, I'm a godlike existence. You mortals can only look up to me. World Majestic Presence. Hua Meng Meng, can you still go to the world chat? World Hua Meng Meng, because I'm an NPC. World Jianghu's Novice Wolf, Evil Privilege. A bunch of players expressed their disdain for Shi Shang. They were alive when they entered the dungeon, so they could not go to the world chat. But in NPC mode, they could still show off in the world chat. They were unhappy, gave him bad reviews, complained. World, the Great July. Am I the only one who noticed Hua Meng Meng's Chunibulines? World, July's underwear. Daddy, there's also a nest. Will Daddy drop an update today? Acting cute. World, July's underwear. Daddy, there's also a nest. Will Daddy drop an update today? Acting cute. World, the Great July. Yes, I've decided. I clenched my fist. Whenever I kill Hua Meng Meng, I'll drop an update. World, Hua Meng Meng. get ready to be eunuchs. World, the Great July, Hua Meng Meng, can you treat a cute player like me kindly? World, Hua Meng Meng, I'm an honest NPC. World, July's underwear, Daddy, we're going to team up to clear you. World, July's underwear, the team is ready. The Great July did not speak in the world chat anymore. World, your daddy is online, Hua Meng Meng, how's the progress of Daddy and the others? Shi Shang was standing on top of the map, looking at the male lead and the others who were clearing monsters below. He also returned to the world chat. World, Hua Meng Meng, I'll tell you if you call me Daddy. World, your daddy is online. World, your daddy is online, Daddy. Shi Shang quickly took a screenshot and uploaded it to the world chat using the system's screenshot function. The angle of the screenshot. World, ancestor, stop fooling around. Daddy, this is bad. That Hua Meng Meng is standing on top of them. It's scary just thinking about it. World, oh my god, this dungeon is toxic. Hua Meng Meng is toxic. Shi Shang was live streaming a lifetime of Peace's progress in the world chat. In the past, they had to use other software to watch the live streaming of keyboard games. In holographic games, they could only watch the videos recorded by others. This was the first time they had a live streaming of a lifetime of Peace's progress in the world chat. When a lifetime of Peace reached the outside of Shenzhou Palace, Shi Shang did not stop the live streaming. After all, she was going to show off. Shi Shang stood at the entrance of Shenzhou Palace, looking coldly at the male lead and the others who were killing their way over. Finally, they stopped in front of him. Lu Jin was being protected at the back. She was looking at Shi Shang curiously. Her eyes were filled with amazement. Shi Shang did not use this face last time. Of course, Lu Jin did not recognize him. A player named Swallow Returns who was beside a lifetime of Peace stepped forward. Palace Master Hua, I brought a letter from your husband. He asked me to pass it to you before he died. Yes, that's right. This dungeon had a storyline. This was the line. Shi Shang raised his chin and said arrogantly, no. Swallow Returns choked. Shouldn't the storyline continue? It was like this last time. How long had it been since they last came here? Why did the boss's line change? Asterisk, please vote. Chapter 626. A Lifetime of Peace glanced at Shi Shang coldly. Shi Shang looked at him fearlessly and said, my husband died a long time ago. Did he send me a letter from hell? Swallow Returns was dumbfounded. How was he supposed to answer this? Swallow Returns suddenly saw a Lifetime of Peace's lines on the team channel and immediately read it out. He knows that he let you down, so he wrote a letter of regret. Palace Master Hua, even if you hate him, you should read what he wrote. How do you know it's a letter of regret? Did you peek? Swallow Returns was speechless. Who designed this plot? Could it be that the lines for the second time and the first time were different? Private, Swallow Returns. Boss, your planning department really knows how to play. Private, A Lifetime of Peace. There's something wrong with this boss. Let's take a look again. As the boss of this game, and the one who made this game for Lu Jin, A Lifetime of Peace knew all the details. But this boss's setting was too strange. It was completely different from what they reported previously. When they first came here, other than her strength, there was nothing special about her. Cough cough. Palace Master Hua, we saw your husband write this. We didn't mean to peek. Swallow Returns continued reading A Lifetime of Peace's lines. Shi Shang was surprised. That's awesome. You guys can even walk. Swallow Returns. What walk? After a while, Swallow Returns remembered Shi Shang's lines. She said her husband died a long time ago. No, he had to slow down. This boss was not something he could handle at all. Swallow Returns retreated and typed in the team channel, expressing that he could not handle such a weird boss. No matter what A Lifetime of Peace said, Shi Shang could twist his lines. He just did not follow the plot. The normal plot was that she would suddenly fly into a rage after reading the letter. Then, she would attack the players. Team Lu Jin, Guru, Hua Meng Meng hates her husband. It's understandable that she didn't accept the letter. Why don't we read it to her? Lu Jin was careful with her words, afraid that she would say something wrong. Team Swallow returns. Little Jean is right. We can read it. Anyway, this letter was just a tool. Its purpose was to let the boss hear the content inside. Team, a lifetime of peace. Try it. Lu Jin breathed a sigh of relief when she saw the words, a lifetime of peace. Fortunately, she was right. Swallow Return immediately took the letter and began to read it. To my wife, so many years have passed, I wonder how you are doing. I know that I have sinned deeply, so I don't ask for your forgiveness. Swallow Return's voice stopped abruptly. The skill light was still flashing in front of his eyes. The word team wiped out, floated above their heads. It was blood red and incomparably mocking. Flip's table. You attacked just because you said so. At least give me a hint. Goodbye, I won't be seeing you off. Please come again next time. Shi Shang waved at them with a smile as he broadcasted the ending live on the World Channel. My boss is amazing, he even knows how to greet guests. A lifetime of peace's party exited the instance dungeon. The party stood at the entrance of the instance dungeon, silently looking at the various strange messages floating in the World Channel. World, Central Air Conditioner. I just got online. What happened? Please explain. World, the Great July. I told you that the Guru wouldn't pass. World, you'll suffer. Reality has proven that it's not us who are weak. It's Hua Meng Meng who is too strong. World, your daddy is online, this boss is poisonous. A lifetime of peace said a few words to a few people and asked them to help Lu Jin level up. He then hurriedly went offline. In the huge office, the red light of the game cabin flickered. Suddenly, the red light turned into green, and the door of the game cabin opened automatically. A tall man came out from the game cabin and walked into the room beside it. After a few minutes, he came out with a suit. Liang Bing walked out of the office directly and went to the company's planning department. The planning department was having a meeting at the moment. Liang Bing pushed the door open and entered. The people who were arguing with each other immediately stopped and looked at Liang Bing. Liang Bing only glanced at the door and turned to leave. A man inside stood up, waved to the others and left the meeting room. Why are you willing to come here? Meng Jie closed the door of the meeting room and asked the man standing beside him with a smile. He joked, you're not in the game, so you're accompanying your little beauty? Last time you told me about the new AI system. What's the difference between this system and the previous one? Liang Bing's voice was very magnetic. Meng Jie saw that Liang Bing's expression was not very good, so he also became serious. It can make NPCs closer to the players. There won't be any loopholes like the previous one. It can also make the interaction between players and NPCs more realistic. Meng Jie blabbered on, not caring if Liang Bing understood or not. I don't dare to say that this system is the best in the world, but it's definitely the best in the country. I've tried it myself. There's no problem. Meng Jie finally patted his chest and promised. Liang Bing nodded slightly and strode away. Meng Jie touched his head. He was a little confused. Was he here to ask him about the system? Since a lifetime of peace's team was wiped out, Shi Shang had a nickname, the Cruel Spinster. Because of this, Shi Shang and a group of players started a discussion in the World Channel. World, Hua Meng Meng. Why did you give me the nickname the Cruel Spinster? It doesn't match my beauty. The Cruel Spinster is a nun. Which part of me looks like a nun? These idiots actually gave me such an ugly title. Only a title like, the strongest boss could match my temperament. World, Central Air Conditioner. Hua Meng Meng, you praised yourself so seriously. I almost believed you. World, Hua Meng Meng. I'm not as beautiful as a flower? World, your daddy is online. Beautiful as a flower is used to describe humans. You're not a human. The Cruel Spinster fits your image very well. World, you'll suffer. Hua Meng Meng is actually quite pretty. None of the female players in the server are prettier than her. The development team's brain must have been hit by a door. If a boss is so pretty, won't the female players tear her apart? In terms of beauty, she could not be compared to a boss. Although she did not want to admit it, this was the truth. She was really pretty. World, Hua Meng Meng. I'm a legend with both strength and beauty. Kneel down and kiss me. World, your daddy is online. World, you'll suffer. World, a ray of sunshine. World, the great July. Hua Meng Meng, don't act cool. You'll be struck by lightning. World, Hua Meng Meng, strike me. It's not like I've never been struck by lightning before. I'll get used to it. I'm not afraid. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. The cruel spinster's skin is as thick as the Skeleton King's blood. The Skeleton King was a level 70 boss. His HP was so high that it made one's hair stand on end. Even if a few players worked together, they would not be able to defeat him. When they fought this boss, a group of players also cried for their parents. Fortunately, the Skeleton King was not as crazy as the cruel spinster, who would provoke them in the World Channel. World Hua Meng Meng. Fuck. The cruel spinster, you bastard. World Central Air Conditioner, why didn't the system block her? World. Your daddy is online, NPC's privilege. Complain. I must complain. NPC's privilege? Why? Chapter 627. In the end, Shi Shang gave the players a beating, but the title of the cruel spinster was destined to remain. Now, the daily routine of this group, World, your daddy is online. The cruel spinster, come out and play. World, a man's true colors. The cruel spinster, come back and die. World, a ray of sunshine. The cruel spinster, please go easy on us, let us pass. With your attitude, you still want to pass? Dream on. World, searching and seeking. Lu Jin, you shameless woman. Not only did you seduce the Almighty, but you also seduced my husband. If you need a man so badly, why don't you sell yourself? The voices of the cruel spinster suddenly disappeared. Lu Jin was protected by the Almighty. Now that she was suddenly on the World Channel, gossip began to spread. World, little Chi AI. Lu Jin interfered in other people's relationship, shameless bitch. World, searching and seeking. You must be blind. If you don't give me an explanation today, I'll not let you off. Lu Jin did not speak. Shi Shang was a bit baffled by this. How did the female lead become a mistress? The female lead was being scolded, but what about the male lead? Shi Shang searched for a lifetime of peace and found that a lifetime of peace was not online. Tricks, it was all tricks. When the female lead was being bullied, the male lead would never be online. When the female lead was being bullied, the male lead would appear to save the damsel in distress. Searching and Seeking was scolding more and more vigorously in the World Channel. The whole World Channel was under her control. Shi Shang was originally hiding in a group of monsters in the wild map. She was an NPC and belonged to the same camp as the monsters, so these monsters would not attack her. Just as she was engrossed in the World Channel, a light flashed in front of her eyes. Then, Shi Shang saw Lu Jin fall in front of her, a group of monsters drowning her. Shi Shang dispersed the monsters and walked to Lu Jin's side. You came here to commit suicide? This method of suicide was very special. Nearby Lu Jin. I just accidentally walked into the wrong place. Awkward. Lu Jin was lying down. She could only hear Shi Shang's voice, but could not see her. She just felt that the voice was familiar, but she could not remember where she had heard it. This is a level 70 wild map. How could you walk into the wrong place? Nearby Lu Jin. 70? I didn't notice, Shi Shang. Very good, female lead Darren, you've attracted my attention. Lu Jin had a resurrection item on her. She got up on her own and patted the hem of her dress, which had nothing on it at all. However, when she turned around, she saw Shi Shang's gorgeously dressed face. She gasped, her eyes widened and stuttered, "Hua, hua hua, hua meng meng." She actually encountered a boss. Oh, will I be eaten? No, the boss doesn't eat people, but I will die and lose levels. Lu Jin's heart ached at the thought of dropping a level. There are people scolding you in the world chat. Why don't you reply? Shi Shang ignored Lu Jin's fear and changed the topic. Lu Jin looked surprised. Shi Shang watched as she fiddled around in the air. Well done. The group of girls were scolding her with all their might, but the female lead didn't even open the world channel. After Lu Jin finished looking at the world, her expression became more and more confused. I didn't do anything. Why are they scolding me? Lu Jin looked at Shi Shang innocently, completely forgetting that the person standing in front of her was a big boss. Go to the world channel and scold them back. Shi Shang egged her on. The host was looking for trouble again. Lu Jin's face was full of confusion. After fiddling for a while, she looked up at Shi Shang innocently. I don't have enough gold coins. Male lead, you're abusing the female lead. You don't even give her money to spend. NPC Hua Meng Meng has traded you 100 gold coins. Do you accept? Although Lu Jin accepted it, she quickly traded a piece of equipment to Shi Shang. It would be worth about 100 gold if sold. Shi Shang had just finished looking at Lu Jin's equipment when he saw Lu Jin's message in the world channel. His mouth twitched. World Lu Jin. There's nothing going on between me and Cold and Lonely. Don't talk nonsense. World, searching and seeking. There's nothing going on? If there's nothing going on, why didn't you come out and say anything? Lu Jin, you be *tch, are you feeling guilty? Stealing someone else's husband, you bitch. World, princess. Don't be angry soon me. What's there to be angry about? World, in last night's dream. Asking for Lu Jin's coordinates. World, Lu Jin. There's really nothing going on between me and Cold and Lonely. Lu Jin's explanation was weak. The world channel was full of searching and seeking's relatives and friends, taking turns to attack Lu Jin. It was probably because Lu Jin was in a vegetative state in real life, so her IQ had decreased. It could be seen from her childish tone and behavior. Moreover, she didn't seem to know the male lead. This meant that her memory was also problematic. Maybe she only remembered that her name was Lu Jin. Lu Jin closed the world channel angrily. Why can't they tell right from wrong? What did you do with Cold and Lonely? Messing around behind the male lead's back? Aren't you afraid that the male lead will lock you up? Nothing. Lu Jin felt wronged. This morning, I was doing a dungeon run with someone. I found a zither. When I was leaving the dungeon, I met him. He wanted to trade with me. I thought that I have no use for it, so I gave it to him. Who knew that they would say that about me? Lu Jin was also very confused. When did she hook up with Cold and Lonely? Are you stupid? Shi Shang looked at Lu Jin as if looking at an idiot. Zither were priceless. There were only 2 of them in the entire server. The dungeon run wasn't high, but it was a growth type. Some players couldn't get it even after hundreds of tries. If you took it out and sold it, you could easily sell it for tens of thousands. Lu Jin. What was wrong with her? Oh my God, you're still looking at I so innocently. For the first time, Shi Shang felt lucky that he wasn't the male lead. Meeting a female lead like this, he could get a heart attack from anger. It was also lucky that her Feng Xi's IQ wasn't that high. Shi Shang was in a good mood, so he gave Lu Jin a lesson on the zither. At the same time, he maliciously speculated about Cold and Lonely and searching and seeking. I think these 2 are putting on a show. First, they'll give you the title of hooking up. Later, even if you say that you're making a trade with Cold and Lonely, no one will believe you. Did you save a screenshot of your trade? Lu Jin shook her head dumbfoundedly. They wouldn't do that, right? Why? That's money. What if you tell the male lead and he finds out that you've been cheated and takes revenge for you? Wouldn't they be in trouble? In order to not be in trouble, they would strike first. Of course, this was only a possibility. But it didn't stop Shi Shang from maliciously speculating. You're hopeless. She didn't even save a screenshot of her trade. Without a screenshot of her trade, she couldn't explain anything. But they can't just slander me. I didn't do it. Lu Jin puffed up her cheeks. Her tone was so childish that Shi Shang wanted to laugh. They can kill people as they wish, not to mention slander. This was a game world. Lu Jin looked at Shi Shang in surprise. Her pink lips moved. After a while, she said, "Aren't you an NPC? How do you know so much?" Shi Shang, "Thank you so much, female lead. Only now did you remember that I was an NPC." Chapter 628. Searching and Seeking's people quickly arrived. Searching and Seeking's level was not high enough for a level 70 map, so she brought other experts with her. World, oh my god, the cruel spinster and Lu Jin are together, what's going on? Some of the players in the level 70 map immediately went to the world channel to complain. World, a man's true colors. Where is the cruel spinster? Give me her coordinates. World, ancestor, stop fooling around. A man's true colors. You didn't wait for the cruel spinster to pamper you before throwing yourself into her arms? Give me her coordinates. World, a man's true colors. If the mountain doesn't come to me, then I'll go to the mountain. I don't believe that I can't beat her. World Barbarich. How can Hua Meng Meng leave Shenju Palace? This is a bug. Didn't anyone report it? No one responded to this sentence. They all went to ask for her coordinates. Many people knew about the bug that a ray of sunshine mentioned before, so they were not surprised that the boss could escape. After all, this boss was very smart. Moreover, there must be a programmer in this game to test for bugs. The boss was so ostentatious in the world channel all day long, but the programmer did not fix this bug. This proved that this was not a bug. What's the use of reporting it? Searching and Seeking led a group of people to block Shi Shang and Lu Jin in the middle of the monsters. Some players stared at Shi Shang. Why was this guy here and standing so close to Lu Jin? Were they doing a mission with Lu Jin? Some people subconsciously looked at Shi Shang's head. Other than the 3 words Hua Meng Meng, there was no team logo. If it was not a team, then it was not a mission. Lu Jin, come out. Searching and Seeking spoke first. She did not want to aggro the cruel spinster, so she wanted to call Lu Jin out of Shi Shang's range. Lu Jin shook her head. What do you want? I told you, I have nothing to do with cold and lonely. My friend saw it with her own eyes. Searching and Seeking snorted coldly. Of course you have nothing to do with my husband. My husband loves me so much. Why would he betray me? You seduced my husband. Probably because Shi Shang did not do anything, the others became bolder. Shameless, seducing a master and seducing cold and lonely. I really didn't expect Lu Jin to be such a woman. I must let the Almighty know her true colors. That's right. To put it bluntly, these people were only following along because Lu Jin was related to a lifetime of peace. Lu Jin's face turned red. How can you slander me like that? I was just trading with cold and lonely. There's nothing going on. A deal? What do you have to trade with my husband? Sun Mi immediately retorted. Look at your level. What's my husband's level? What I traded with cold and lonely is the heart Sei Chin. If you don't believe me, you can ask him. Shi Shang sighed and shook his head. He was right. The myriad of tricks really didn't deceive me. Ha ha ha, zither? I say, Lu Jin, even if you're lying, you should at least inquire about the market. There are only 2 zither in the entire server, and you say you have one? What a joke. Is there something wrong with Lu Jin's brain? The people on Searching and Seeking's side pointed at Lu Jin. Lu Jin's face was pale, and she couldn't think straight. She had only said that she was talking to cold and lonely. How could these people say such things about her? Hua Meng Meng. Suddenly, a loud shout came from behind. Everyone looked in that direction and saw a group of players aggressively charging towards them. The most obvious thing was a man's true colors. Every time a man's true colors entered a dungeon, he would either wait until the flowers wilted, or be instantly killed. There were many players who wanted to farm Shi Sheng in the game. But every time Shi Sheng appeared, no one knew her coordinates. They could only admire her in the World Channel. This time, Shi Sheng's coordinates were revealed. Players who wanted to farm Shi Sheng immediately flocked over. It was even worse than the first time. This group of players immediately squeezed through searching and seeking's people, instantly occupying a favorable position. The cruel spinster, ha ha ha. Let's see where you can run to this time. Everyone attacked together. The players were very excited. Many of them began to activate their skills. The high-level players didn't even need to channel their skills. Their skills were instantly thrown out. Shi Sheng. What the F***CK? You guys don't follow the script. Shouldn't you be surrounding the female lead and condemning her? Why are you all attacking her? Isn't it because you didn't follow the script? If you didn't run around, would they come and farm you? If you didn't provoke them in the World Channel, would they come and farm you? Shi Sheng took out her scepter and began to use her ultimate skill. Groups of players fell one after another. The scene was absolutely shocking. Lu Jin was dumbfounded. When she was at Shenju Palace, she had only killed a few people. It didn't look shocking at all. World Zhonglang. Why is the cruel spinster's lethality still so terrifying? The game company didn't fix the bug last time? World. I'm sick. What the F***CK, with this lethality, I'll call anyone who can kill her daddy. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. What terrifying lethality. World, a ray of sunshine. My decision was right. A ray of sunshine had a gut feeling that this boss was unbeatable. So when he called for a group to farm the boss in the World Channel, he didn't make a move. Reality proved that he was right. But in the next second, he was exposed. World, you'll suffer. We didn't plan to go either. World, majestic presence. That's right. World, Zhonghu's novice wolf. +1 world, a ray of sunshine. You guys will lose me like this. Asterisk flips table asterisk, world. King asked me to patrol the mountains. Dream of Shitang, it's fine if you don't help, but you're still making sarcastic remarks here. Whose side are you on? World Gugu, Dream of Shitang is scared of the cruel spinster. Ha ha ha, cowards. World Majestic Presence. Who are you calling cowards? World, a ray of sunshine. F***CK, let's do it. The World Channel went off topic inexplicably and became a war of words between Dream of Shitang and others. At this time, the players lying on the ground rushed to the reporting area again. They didn't want this kind of bug that didn't benefit the players at all. They had to report it. So the players were forced to go offline again. The noisy map quieted down instantly. Waves of small monsters that were mercilessly crushed to extinction respawned. Shi Sheng. They couldn't play anymore. The three programmers wearing NPC 123 rushed over quickly. Shi Sheng was surrounded again. Shi Sheng raised his hand and used a skill on them. The three NPCs fell to the ground at the same time. NPC 123. Had they transmigrated to another world? Actually, this thing had already happened. They just transmigrated back. Otherwise, why would the steps be exactly the same? You NPC, do you think you'll be humanely destroyed if you kill your own kind? This NPC had been causing a lot of trouble recently. They also had surveillance, but her data was normal. They knew about the bug of entering and exiting Shenju Palace. They had been trying to find a way to fix it, but the progress was slow. Asterisk little fairy. Seriously asking for a vote. Cherub. Seriously? Little fairy. Isn't this serious? Cherub. I don't see it. Little fairy girl. I'm seriously asking for your votes. Chapter 629. Shi Shang defeated these dumb coders and returned to Shenju Palace in a carefree manner. A few programmers rushed to Shenju Palace in a hurry, but in the end, they couldn't even enter the main gate of Shenju Palace. What happened? NPC 1 looked at the other two in confusion. How did they know what happened? As coders, they could not enter the map? After a long time, one of them asked tentatively, "Does Hua Meng Meng have her own consciousness?" The NPCs in the game could only be considered as semi-intelligent. A real artificial intelligence would have its own consciousness and become a new life form. Judging from her recent behavior, she seemed to have her own consciousness. Their hearts were beating wildly. They quickly went offline and looked for their boss. If she really had her own consciousness, that would be awesome. Currently, no one in the world had artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence received a lot of attention from the higher-ups. Even Liang Bing was shocked. But they realized that even their high-level coders could not enter Shenju Palace's map. A group of people worked themselves to death. They could not find a way to break through. During the meeting, someone suggested carefully, "Why don't we open the server? Maybe she will come out." The server had been down for almost 24 hours. If the server was down, it would affect the game. What if she runs away? If we don't open the server, we can't enter Shenju Palace. What was the use of wasting time? Give us some more time. We can definitely crack it. The representative of the coders said. If there is no result before 7 a.m., we'll open the server. The manager finally said. The others looked at each other. They did not dare to have any opinions. The map of Shenju Palace had been tampered with by Shi Shang. Without his permission, no one could enter. Of course, there were accidents. For example, if the male and female lead had any opportunity, they would definitely enter Shenju Palace under the escort of the plotline. So in order to prevent the male and female lead from entering, Shi Shang set up many traps around Shenju Palace. Even if he could not kill you, he would disgust you. At 7 a.m., the server opened on time. The game was down for maintenance for such a long time. Some players who did not know what happened were confused and asked what happened. Shi Shang, the NPC, did something bad. Suddenly, people were talking about it in the world. Private, a ray of sunshine. Hua Meng Meng, are you there? Private Hua Meng Meng. What? Private chat, a ray of sunshine. Why can't we teleport to Shenju Palace? Private, Hua Meng Meng, I changed the data. There was no reply from the other side for a long time. Shi Shang waited for a ray of sunshine's message for quite some time before he received it. Private chat, a ray of sunshine. Are you really artificial intelligence? Shi Shang looked at the dialog box floating in front of him. His eyes flashed, and he raised his hand to reply after a while. Private, Hua Meng Meng, do me a favor and I'll give you the Moon Shadow Scepter. Private chat, a ray of sunshine. How did the topic change to the Moon Shadow Scepter? Moon Shadow Scepter. A ray of sunshine only thought about it for a few seconds before he agreed. He ran to the Shi Shang happily. Announcement. Congratulations to player A Ray of Sunshine for killing the Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng. He has obtained the godly weapon Moon Shadow Scepter. Announcement. Congratulations to player A Ray of Sunshine for killing the Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng. He has obtained the godly weapon Moon Shadow Scepter. Announcement. Congratulations to player A Ray of Sunshine for killing the Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng. He has obtained the godly weapon Moon Shadow Scepter. The three announcements made in a row caught everyone off guard. How did he pass? World. You'll suffer. Boss, what the F***CK, did you seduce the cruel spinster? His taste is too strong. World Majestic Presence. I saw Boss get the Moon Shadow Scepter as soon as I went online. I must be dreaming. World Hua Meng Meng. I don't like him. World. An eerie silence. What kind of godly development was this? A Ray of Sunshine's private chat was about to explode. People were asking him how he got the Moon Shadow Scepter. There was also a programmer in an NPC's avatar asking him about Hua Meng Meng. A ray of sunshine ignored all of them. Just now, she handed the scepter to him, and the system made the announcement. It was so magical. You're telling me all this. Aren't you afraid that I'll betray you? The amount of information that this woman told him just now was too much for him to handle. I need someone to help me. Shi Sheng chuckled. Since I can't trust anyone, I can only choose someone who knows more. A ray of sunshine. He had no reason to refute his words. No, you can guess so much just from me asking you if you're an AI? I'm smart. I'm born with it. Shi Sheng's eyes were full of confidence. Then how can you be sure that I have the ability to help you? Because you're rich. There are many rich players. This game was full of rich players. Shi Sheng smiled and said slowly, but I only know you. Coincidentally, you said something that you shouldn't know. Such a self-righteous tone. Who gave you such confidence? Okay, I'll go offline and find someone to help you move your corpse. To your body. Don't worry, I'll definitely do what I promised you. A ray of sunshine patted his chest, but you have to be careful. They suspect that you're an AI. They'll definitely think of a way to deal with you. How magical, he actually saw a successful experiment. They want to deal with me? Unless they destroy this game. However, the female lead was here. The male lead would not allow anyone to destroy this game. As long as the male lead did not destroy this game, she wanted to be the king. Easy to search. A ray of sunshine choked. You're already like this. Where did your confidence come from? Her body was still with someone else, yet she still dared to be so arrogant. Hit me if you don't like it. She was just so arrogant, so willful, and so unreasonable. I'm a different kind of firework. Where did this non-mainstream come from? Hurry up and return my Chunibu host. A ray of sunshine went offline and quickly left the nourishment cabin. He changed his clothes and went straight to another room. Brother. He pushed the door open. The man sitting in front of the desk responded softly, Why did you go offline so early today? A ray of sunshine rushed in and leaned on the desk. Brother, I know what AI they're talking about. The man looked up slightly. A ray of sunshine nodded vigorously. He was the first to know. Ha ha ha, those idiots didn't even know. After listening to a ray of sunshine's description, the man frowned and said, Since she's the first experimental subject, even if their judgment failed, they wouldn't abandon her so easily. It won't be easy for you to get her out. But I promised her. The man shook his head slightly and asked, You said that she can tamper with the game data as she pleases? That's right, the map she's in now, unless she allows it, no one can enter it. A ray of sunshine said with some resentment, Such a powerful person was actually ruined by those beasts. #hashtag seeking olive-flavored votes today #hashtag seeking monthly votes on Monday #. Chapter 630. Help me book a gaming cabin. The man ordered a ray of sunshine after pondering for a while. Ha! A ray of sunshine was stunned. We should be stealing corpses. Bodies. Why did he suddenly want to buy a gaming cabin? I want to talk to her. The man looked at a ray of sunshine. I can't touch Liang Bing just because of her one-sided words. Hanyu, I don't need to teach you that. Lin Hanyu scratched his head. Brother, I know, but she's really in danger now. If Liang Bing found out that she was the first experimental subject, no matter what kind of reaction they had, it would be difficult for them to steal corpses, or even people. Hanyu, you care too much about her. The man warned. Brother, she's the first experimental subject, the first one. Liang Bing succeeded. Of course I care about her. Lin Hanyu was excited. The man glanced at Lin Hanyu. I don't agree with what Liang Bing did. Even if he succeeded, it's not the path I want to take. I know. I'm just curious. Lin Hanyu pouted. He didn't understand. His brother wasn't a good person either. Why was he so righteous now? The man nodded. Go do it. As soon as a ray of sunshine came online, he was bombarded with messages. Most of them were the ones that he usually fooled around with. Private. You'll suffer. Boss, did you really get the moon shadow scepter? Private. You'll suffer. Boss, did you really seduce the cruel spinster? Private. You'll suffer. Boss, why aren't you online? PM, majestic presence. Boss, let me take a look at the moon shadow scepter. Keep the goodies within the family. If boss gives it to me, I will accept it. Private, little novice wolf. Boss, you're so mean. You didn't even call us to farm the cruel spinster. Who did you farm with? The guild that had been quiet for a long time was now bustling with activity. A ray of sunshine blocked those messages and hurried to the beginner's village. An invitation to join the team was suddenly sent. A ray of sunshine looked at the invitation and immediately accepted. Team, you'll suffer. Boss, you're online? Team, majestic presence. I thought you ran away with the scepter. Team, a ray of sunshine. Bullshit. Am I that kind of person? Team, Jonghu's little white wolf. You are. Team, you'll suffer. You are. Team, majestic presence. You are. Team, a ray of sunshine. No love, goodbye. Team, majestic presence. Boss, where are you going? A ray of sunshine's position in the party map was changing, and it inevitably attracted the curiosity of the others. Team, a ray of sunshine. Pick someone up. Pick someone up? Male or female? Thus, a few curious people instantly gathered and blocked a ray of sunshine in the novice village. Their boss actually came all the way to the novice village to pick someone up. Team, a ray of sunshine, my brother is coming. Think before you speak. Team, you'll suffer. Team, majestic presence. Team, little white wolf of Jonghu. Boss, what's wrong with you? Why did you bring your brother here? A ray of sunlight seemed to have read the resentment of the other three from the rows of dots and typed an explanation. Team, a ray of sunshine. My brother isn't here to play games. He has something important to do. Team, you'll suffer. I just remembered I haven't done my daily routine yet. Tang Tang, Xiao Bai, are you guys coming? Team, Jonghu's little white wolf. Go. Team, majestic presence. Go. The two of them sent their messages almost at the same time, which showed how unwilling they were to stay behind. A ray of sunshine watched the three beasts leave and could only condemn them in the party channel. His brother wouldn't eat people, so why were they so afraid of him? The three beasts expressed, F*CK, that's your brother. Of course you're not afraid. Han Yu. A ray of sunshine looked up and saw a man dressed like a rich young master standing in front of him with the words, Moon-filled West Tower, above his head. Brother, why did you change your appearance? A ray of sunshine was surprised. The person opposite him didn't reply. A ray of sunshine laughed awkwardly. Brother, you have to level up first. Shenju Palace is a level 80 map, so only level 30 players can go there. Tell her to come and see me. A ray of sunshine. With her arrogant style, would she come and see you? It's impossible. Although he knew it was impossible, a ray of sunshine still sent the message. As expected, he received 360-degree mockery from Shi Sheng. A ray of sunshine copied all these words to Moon-filled West Tower without missing a word. Who is he? Why should I go and see him? Tell him to come here himself. Not coming? Forget it if he doesn't come. There was nothing after that. Look at this arrogant look, as if it's someone else who's asking him to do something. Don't you have any self-awareness? You'll get beaten up easily. Moon-filled West Tower was silent for a moment. Help me level up. World, a man's true colors. What do you mean by Shenju Palace's dungeon can't be opened? World, ha ha ha, it can't be opened. Maybe the game company is fixing the bug. The cruel spinster's bug is extraordinarily big. World, ancestor, stop fooling around. I saw the cruel spinster on the world channel just now. Shi Shang was looking at the World Channel out of boredom. Seeing people talking about him, he immediately acted cool. World, Hua Meng Meng. How can you mere mortals step into my palace? World, the Great July. Hua Meng Meng is acting cool again. Please speak human language. World, Hua Meng Meng. I'm an NPC. I don't speak human language. World Central Air Conditioner. Ha 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 ha, I give full marks for acting cool. World, a man's true colors. You win. World, the Great July. Mentally tired. World Central Air Conditioner. July, why aren't your brain-dead fans spamming the screen? World July's underwear. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World July's underwear. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World July's baby. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World July's cute. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World July's heart. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World Central Air Conditioner. I'm wrong. Great July, please tell your brain-dead fans to stop spamming the screen. World July's pomelo. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World July's pillow. Brainless fans flooding the screen. World Hua Meng Meng. Why don't I have any die-hard fans? World, your daddy is online. Why would an NPC need fans? World Hua Meng Meng. You can clear Shinju Palace if you're my die-hard fan. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. I didn't expect you to be such an NPC. Dad, wait for me. I'm going to buy the water of rebirth. World Hua Meng Meng's July. Hua Meng Meng, let me clear the dungeon. I want the first clear. Although a ray of sunshine got Moon Shadow Scepter, his name was not on the first clear of Shenju Palace. That meant that the first clear was still there. World Central Air Conditioner. July, your speed is so touching. World July's underwear. Will be so happy when you update so touching. World July's pillow. +111111. World Hua Meng Meng, come to the dungeon. World, your daddy is online. What the F *CK? It's not like the dungeon can't be opened now. What does the cruel spinster mean? Can she really get in through the back door? Little fairy, please vote. Chapter 631. Announcement. Congratulations to player Hua Meng Meng's July for clearing the Shenju Palace dungeon. Your name will be remembered forever for future generations to admire. Announcement. Level 80 Dungeon Shenju Palace has officially opened. We wish all players a happy gaming experience. 2 announcements popped up at the same time. Everyone who was still arguing in the World Channel was dumbfounded. How long had it been? She cleared the dungeon already? Even the Great July was dumbfounded. She just went to Shenju Palace and did not do anything. She was teleported out, and then the announcement popped up in the World Channel. The Great July felt like she was in a dream. She was just hugging, trying to play with it. She did not expect that she would really go in and get it. Damn. This NPC was going to heaven. The World Channel was boiling. Many people regretted not being the first to change their names. Even if there was no Moon Shadow Scepter, there should be a lot of things in Shenju Palace. World Hua Meng Meng's July. Kiki, I only got the title of Invincible Brave. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. World, your daddy is online. The cruel spinster is so stingy. You took all the equipment for yourself? World Hua Meng Meng, I opened the back door for you, and you still want to take the equipment? World Hua Meng Meng's July. But I'm your die-hard fan. Shouldn't you say something? World Hua Meng Meng. My die-hard fans will spread all over the world. I don't care about you. World, looking at retard. Pfft. World Hua Meng Meng's July. You actually abandoned me. World Hua Meng Meng. Abandon me usually means that a man slept with a woman and did not give her money. I didn't sleep with you, so I reject this phrase. I'm not that kind of person. I'm the kind of person who would rob you after sleeping with you. World, central air conditioner. I can't take it anymore. The cruel spinster is too fun. Ha ha ha, she even opened the back door. The game company will be furious. World, NPC 1. Hua Meng Meng, we want to talk to you. The game company could not enter Shenju Palace. They could only go to the World Channel when they saw Shi Shang wandering around. But as soon as they went there, they caused a stir. The game company's people appeared. They wanted to talk to an NPC? What was the meaning of this? Was this not preset? World, Hua Meng Meng Meng, do you think we're dating? He was not in the mood to talk about it. All the players were dumbfounded. Mistress Miju was so awesome that she even dared to talk back to the people from the game company. However, it was only at this moment that everyone reacted. This NPC was really different from the others. It wasn't because of her design, but because she was really different. The gaming company was furious, but from this, they could conclude that she really had her own consciousness. Private Moon-filled West Tower. She doesn't seem to be worried about her health. Moon-filled West Tower looked at the chaos in the World Channel and typed a message in the private chat channel. Private chat, a ray of sunshine. I don't understand her either. By doing this, she was provoking the game company and Liang Bing. Although Liang Bing might not know that she was the first test subject, it didn't mean that he wouldn't know in the future. PM, Moon-filled West Tower. Level up. Liang Bing held an emergency meeting in the company. Director Liang, we've only seen life forms that have evolved to have their own consciousness in concepts. It doesn't match the current technological civilization. I still stand by my statement that there's someone behind this, a slightly plump Mediterranean man said, his saliva flying everywhere. Our system has no traces of being hacked. The technical department has checked many times. Someone immediately retorted, who knows when artificial intelligence will be born? Maybe it's born here? That's impossible. Anomalies have happened many times, but why didn't your technical department notice it? What do you mean? Are you saying that our technical department is irresponsible? Isn't that the case? Enough. Liang Bing's voice was not heavy as he reprimanded them. The two red-faced men immediately stopped and looked at Liang Bing with some fear. Meng Jie sat on Liang Bing's left, frowning. His face was a little gloomy. No one knew what he was thinking. There was no point in arguing, so Liang Bing waved them out. Only Meng Jie and Liang Bing were left in the meeting room. What are you thinking? Liang Bing looked at Meng Jie. Meng Jie rubbed his eyebrows and relaxed them. He opened his mouth. Lu Jin. What's wrong with Lu Jin? Moon-filled West Tower spent money to buy experience pills and quickly reached level 30. A ray of sunshine brought him to Shenju Palace's dungeon. There were many players in front of the dungeon, and the messages in the nearby channel were jumping quickly. Private, a ray of sunshine. Hua Meng Meng, I brought my brother here. Private Hua Meng Meng, apply. A ray of sunshine squeezed into the crowd and applied to enter the dungeon. Others would not be able to enter the dungeon, but he would like to enter the dungeon. Shi Shang sat on the palace master's throne in the main hall, like a mountain king who took over someone else's stronghold. Side quest. Reaper's plan. Shi Shang frowned. Another side quest? So there's no Feng Ci? What the hell is the Reaper's plan? Is there something wrong with it? Reveal the true face of the Reaper's plan. Shi Shang. No, I refuse. Please give the mission of saving the world to the female lead. All she needed to do was to play the role of a vicious female supporting character and act as a bystander. I'm so tired. Hashtag the host always doesn't do his job well. Just give him a beating. Hashtag, this mission is accepted by default. It cannot be rejected. After the system finished speaking, it went offline and shut down. It did not want to talk to the host. Not at all. It missed its master. As Shi Shang and the system were talking, a ray of sunshine brought Moon-filled West Tower into Shenju Palace. Moon-filled West Tower glanced at the woman on the throne. Her eyes were emotionless, as if he was looking at an NPC. Hua Meng Meng. A ray of sunshine waved at Shi Sheng. What do you want to talk to me about? Shi Sheng's lips tugged up into a smile. She didn't make any movements as she sat comfortably on the throne. She was as arrogant as the queen of a kingdom. Everything in the world bowed before her feet, so insignificant and weak that they couldn't even withstand a single blow. Moon-filled West Tower met with Shi Sheng's gaze. After a while, he looked away. You said you're a human? You're trapped here and you want us to help you? Shi Sheng looked at a ray of sunshine. A ray of sunshine shrugged innocently. He could not steal the body alone. He had to ask his brother for help. Why should I believe that you're a human? Her eyes were too calm. She was as calm as a robot in his house, cold and emotionless, only following orders. Whether you believe that I'm a human or not, what does that have to do with him agreeing to help me move my body? I had already paid the bill. You still want to go back on your word? It's just a virtual weapon. It's not proportional to the risk we have to take. Moon-filled West Tower replied calmly, If you can't give me a convincing reason, then I'm sorry, I won't help you. Please vote. Monthly votes. Come on, hit me. I'm not afraid. Chapter 632. Shi Sheng did not really care about that body. Her consciousness had already been severed from that body. She was an independent existence, so even if the male lead had that body, it was useless. It was just that the original owner's wish was to return to being a human, so she had to find a vessel. She could not just create a body out of thin air, right? Shi Sheng admitted that he was not that bad **. Besides, it did not feel good to have a useless weakness being used against him. Shi Sheng stared at the words, Moon-filled West Tower, above the man's head. After a while, he said, It's up to you whether you want to help or not. His tone was so casual that it was very surprising. Moon-filled West Tower looked at Shi Sheng with a weird expression. After the two left Shenju Palace, a ray of sunshine finally spoke. Brother, are we really not going to help her? Do you think she's human? Moon-filled West Tower asked back. A ray of sunshine. Yes, why not? Look at how she was having fun in the World Channel. Moon-filled West Tower glanced at his retarded brother. Without saying goodbye, he went offline and disappeared from a ray of sunshine's sight. Private, Lu Jin, are you there? Shi Sheng looked at the private message that had suddenly popped up. She blinked, confusion flashing in her eyes. When did she add the female lead? Shi Sheng opened her friend list. She remembered that she only added 2 people. One was a ray of sunshine, and the other was Hua Meng Meng's July. So when did she add the female lead? She really saw Lu Jin's name in her friend list. Private Hua Meng Meng. Lu Jin took a while to reply. Private Lu Jin, the great god asked me to ask you if we can meet? Shi Sheng. Liang Bing actually asked the female lead to seduce her. Was he not afraid that she would seduce the female lead? Private Hua Meng Meng. Why do you want to meet me? Private Lu Jin. I'm not sure. The great god just asked me to ask you. Shi Sheng's lips curled up into a wicked smile. He raised his hand and replied. Private Hua Meng Meng, he wants to kill me. I'm not going to meet him. Private Lu Jin. Lu Jin was obviously shocked. Private Hua Meng Meng, he just likes my beauty and wants to take me by force. Shi Sheng was absolutely adept at slandering the male lead. Private chat, Lu Jin. Private chat, Lu Jin, Guru. Guru isn't that kind of person, right? Private Hua Meng Meng, do you know him? Do you know what kind of person he is? How do you know that he's not that kind of person? You may know a person for a long time, but you may not know his true nature. Lu Jin didn't reply for a long time. He didn't know if she was asking Liang Bing for confirmation or thinking about it herself. Anyway, Lu Jin didn't send her any more messages after that. World Hua Meng Meng, is anyone here to fight? So boring. Shi Sheng scurried onto the World Channel. She did not know what the World Channel was discussing, but the moment she appeared, it suddenly became strangely quiet. Her message remained at the top for a long time, and no one pushed it down. World Hua Meng Meng's July. Hua Meng Meng, let me ask you something. World Hua Meng Meng, no, I've never been in love, I'm not a lesbian. World, my boss is amazing. You even know this trick. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. Boss, with your damage, our entire server can't beat you. Who dares to fight with you? World, your daddy is online. Daddy, you're actually a player, right? Other NPCs aren't as strong as you. You must be a player. World Hua Meng Meng's July. I want to ask this question too. World Hua Meng Meng, Daddy is a god. I control everything in this world. Stupid mortals, kneel down and lick my feet. Shi Sheng typed out a series of lines quickly. World, a man's true colors. F***CK, she's definitely a player. Even if she's not a player, she's a real person NPC. Which developer would design such a Chunibu character? Shen Zhu Gong's Hua Meng Meng was designed to be a tragic character. She's so broken, okay? World Hua Meng Meng, come on, let's fight. I'll tell you if I win. World, your daddy is online. Daddy, we won't fight. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. She doesn't have Moon Shadow Scepter. As soon as she said this, the players then remembered that Moon Shadow Scepter was obtained by a ray of sunshine. Every time she used Moon Shadow Scepter, they would be defeated instantly. Would the cruel spinster still be so strong without Moon Shadow Scepter? Fight, fight, fight. So this group of people excitedly agreed on a location and rushed to the scene. However, when they arrived at the scene, there were already skill lights on the map. The person fighting with Shi Sheng was the god A Lifetime of Peace. There were also some people from Swift Shadow standing beside him. Damn! The god ran so fast. They were still chattering in the World Channel, but the god ran over to fight without saying a word. How immoral! The cruel spinster doesn't have Moon Shadow Scepter. Her combat power is not that strong. The god is so strong. As soon as this sentence was said, they suddenly saw Shi Sheng pulling out an iron sword. It looked like a normal iron sword, but for some reason, they felt a chill down their spines. The space was bound to her soul. She was now in a soul state. It was not strange for her to be able to pull out an iron sword. Once the iron sword was pulled out, who could fight against it? A Lifetime of Peace was knocked down by Shi Sheng in a matter of minutes. He even threw out 2 corpse-lock talismans, which prevented players from going offline or reviving. They could only lie there like corpses. The onlookers, what happened to Moon Shadow Scepter being the strongest? What's with that sword? Nearby, A Lifetime of Peace. Hua Meng Meng, who are you? A Lifetime of Peace did not want to talk to her in front of so many people. But if she did not show up, they could not do anything to her. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Hua Meng Meng. The original owner was also called Hua Meng Meng. Probably because they had the same name, the original owner ran to Hua Meng Meng when there was an accident in the experiment. Nearby, A Lifetime of Peace. You're her? Shi Sheng stared at those 3 words for a while, then glanced at A Lifetime of Peace on the ground. Dead characters had no expression, so Shi Sheng could not tell what expression he had. After thinking for a while, Shi Sheng typed 2 words. Nearby Hua Meng Meng, I guess so. Nearby, A Lifetime of Peace. How much do you know? Nearby Hua Meng Meng, I know what I should know, and I know what I shouldn't know. The male lead must have known her identity, or else he would not have asked her. Nearby, A Lifetime of Peace, private chat. Nearby, Hua Meng Meng, we can chat on the World Channel too. The nearby players were dumbfounded. What were the 2 of them talking about? They did not understand at all. A Lifetime of Peace did not say anything, but a few of Swift Shadow's members went offline. Soon, all the players in the map began to go offline. In the end, only Shi Shang and a lifetime of peace were left. Being the boss of a game was good. He could make anyone go offline whenever he wanted. Asterisk little fairy, come on, let's hurt each other. Cherub, I don't want to, it's so cold. Little fairy, I'll warm up if I move a little. Cherub, I don't want to move. Little fairy, just lie down, I'll move. Cherub. F***CK. You don't want the ticket anymore? Little fairy, innocent. What's wrong with me? You're taking my ticket again, you'll get complaints. Cherub. Chapter 633. A lifetime of peace's body glowed, and he stood up from the ground. Shi Shang raised his hand, and a lifetime of peace lay down again. Liang Bing. Shi Shang squatted beside him. Don't waste your energy, it's better for you to lie down. It'll be bad if you can't revive later. Liang Bing's heart skipped a beat. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. You know about the experiment too? Of course, I know about everything you've done. For example, your sister Lu Jin. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. You're not Hua Meng Meng. When they chose the experiment subjects, they went through strict checks. Hua Meng Meng became a vegetable at the age of 12. Her IQ was not as high as hers. I'm Hua Meng Meng. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. Impossible. I'm not asking you to believe that I'm Hua Meng Meng. Shi Shang sneered. Liang Bing calmed down. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. What are you trying to do? I can bring you out, but the technology is not mature yet. You have to wait. I need more time. No matter who she was, Lu Jin was still in this world. Liang Bing did not dare to offend Shi Shang. When a person with scruples met someone who did not care, he would definitely be at a disadvantage. You need more time to destroy me? Liang Bing did not answer Shi Shang. He tried to contact the others through the private channel, but he could not reach them. All the channels showed that they could not be connected. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. What did you do? Just a little trick. Shi Shang smiled, but his voice was not friendly. Don't worry, I'll let you go after they've arranged what I want. I won't dare to do anything to you. Shi Shang had wandered around this map many times. She must have set the location here on purpose. It was impossible that she just said it casually. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. Your tone sounded as if you couldn't wait to kill me immediately. Liang Bing was thinking of a countermeasure. He did not know what she wanted to do, who she was, and what other trump cards she had. All the conditions seemed to be disadvantageous to him. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. Hua Meng Meng, you're a vegetable. I let you enter the game to give you another life. You mean, I should thank you? Area, a lifetime of peace. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be lying in bed, unconscious. Maybe you'd be like that for the rest of your life. Now you can live in the game. What's so bad about that? Alright, you can stay in the game then. Liang Bing choked. He was a good person. Why would he stay in the game? Ding. A bullet box suddenly popped up in front of Liang Bing. Are you okay? Liang Bing quickly replied. She said she's Hua Meng Meng, but I don't think she's Hua Meng Meng. What does she want? She wants the body of test subject number 1. Experiment body number 1 was Hua Meng Meng's body. What does she want a body for? She had a way to get out of the game? Didn't you say that the technology isn't mature yet? She gave you 2 choices. Either you trap yourself in the game, or you connect her body to the game. You make the decision. Liang Bing looked at that sentence and typed out a line after a long while. You can't let me out. No, she's very good. Liang Bing originally came here today to confirm if she was experiment body number 1. If she was, he would pacify her and ask her not to spread rumors. He would then go down and think of a way. If she wasn't, he would find out who she was, whether she was sent by other competitors, and whether there was a way to bribe her. But this development was completely different from what he expected. In the end, Liang Bing chose the second option. He didn't want to be trapped here. After Liang Bing made his choice, Shi Shang also received a reply. They would complete the connection of her body within 2 hours. Shi Shang could clearly see a group of people fiddling with a body in a laboratory through the internet. It was a pale girl with a thin face. She wore striped clothes that looked like a patient's gown. There were all kinds of strings attached to her body. Shi Shang watched them pull out the strings on the girl's body, put her into the game cabin that was moved in, and connected all the ports of the game cabin. This body was very weak. Shi Shang observed the laboratory for a while. He quickly calculated all the escape routes that she could take with that body. Although those people agreed to her terms, they would definitely not let her go. There were definitely people waiting outside. Fortunately, there were cameras everywhere in the laboratory. It was easy for her to calculate. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. Do you really have a way to get out? Liang Bing didn't believe it. He had gathered so many people and formed a huge team. Until now, there was no substantial progress. How could she do it alone? Since you've sent me in, of course I have a way to get out. Shi Shang pulled out a chair from somewhere, crossed her legs and sat on it in a sloppy manner. Liang Bing didn't know how to respond. This Hua Meng Meng was too confident and arrogant. The first impression she gave was that she was bragging. But looking at her confident face, he felt that she could do what she said. The map was very quiet. The light was getting darker. To ensure the realism, the game world was the same as the outside world. There were day and night, clear rain, thunder, and snow. It was now dark in the game world. Liang Bing laid on the ground and saw Shi Shang. His surroundings were very quiet. He didn't even know if she was still beside him. Liang Bing had received the order to get ready, but Shi Shang didn't do anything. As time passed, Liang Bing couldn't help but ask. Nearby, a lifetime of peace. They're all ready. Are you ready to catch me when I get out? Shi Shang's voice was filled with sarcasm. You're all retarded. Don't think that I'm retarded too. Liang Bing choked. He had probably never thought that he would one day end up like this. Shi Shang waited for a few days. Lin family's villa. Lin Han Yu came down from the game and went straight to his brother's study. Compared to last time, there was an additional game cabin in the study. The man stood in front of the game cabin. No one knew what he was thinking. Brother. Lin Han Yu knocked on the door twice and pushed the door open. I still can't contact her. I can't get into the map. What is she trying to do? Has Liang Bing already discovered her? The man pressed the remote control in his hand. A virtual screen appeared on the opposite side of the desk. A few pictures were scrolling on it. This is experimental subject number 1. The man looked at the girl in the picture. Hua Meng Meng. She has the same name as that NPC. She was born on July 5, 2080 AD. She became a vegetable in 2093 due to an accident. Her education level doesn't match her current abilities. Brother. Lin Han Yu looked at the man. The man stopped and turned to stare at Lin Han Yu. What do you think she is? The room was silent. After a long while, Lin Han Yu spat out a few words. Artificial intelligence. Asterisk, it's so cold. I need a ticket to warm me up. You can warm me up with your bodies too. I don't mind. Shy emoji. Chapter 634. Laboratory. The whole room was filled with equipment that glowed with cold light. A pale and weak girl was lying in a translucent game cabin, like an abandoned broken doll. Countless eyes outside were staring at this scene. They were nervous, perturbed, and faintly excited. ZZ. The screen suddenly turned black. The whole laboratory suddenly fell into darkness. Bang! A dull sound came from the closed laboratory. The sound lasted for 3 seconds, then it returned to silence. When they turned on the backup power and rushed into the room, they saw a mess. The girl in the game cabin was gone. There was a dark hole next to the game cabin. From the hole, they could see the corridor below. The hole went all the way down into the darkness. In the dense bushes, stray dogs treated this place as a release paradise. The ground was full of feces. When Shi Shang opened the old underground tunnel cover, a stray dog was crossing its legs and was about to pee. Seeing an unknown creature suddenly appear, the stray dog's tail suddenly clenched. Ow! It rushed out of the bushes and disappeared. There was a monster peeping at the stray dog peeing. How shameless! Shi Shang, who was filled with a strange smell, **ck. When a person was unlucky, they would stuff their teeth even if they drank cold water. When they went back, they would find a way to change their luck. Change it to 200%. She did not believe that she could still be so unlucky. Shi Shang climbed out of the underground tunnel and walked out weakly. She was still wearing the striped clothes. Her hair was disheveled, her face was pale, and her eyes were bloodshot. At first glance, people would think that she was a lunatic who escaped from a mental hospital. Although there were not many people at this time, there were still people. So when they saw such a person, the passers-by screamed and ran away. Shi Shang's eardrums hurt from the screams. Every nerve felt like it was being pulled, throbbing in pain. She quickly turned into a deserted alley. Her ears finally quieted down. Shi Shang took out clean clothes from the inventory and changed. She felt that her skinny body would fall apart if she poked it casually. June 23, 2099. Shi Shang looked at the time displayed in the shop. Her face was still pale. She tied up her hair, revealing her forehead and cheeks. She looked even skinnier and scarier. Hua Meng Meng became a vegetable in the year 2093. It had been 6 years since then. This meant that Hua Meng Meng should be 18 years old now. But Shi Shang lowered her head and looked at her own body. She looked like a 15-year-old girl at most. How could she look like an 18-year-old girl? He had to heal his body first. Otherwise, with this weak body of his, it would be difficult for him to even survive, let alone act tough. I saw her walking this way just now. She looks very scary, like a psychopath. What if this kind of person has violent tendencies? Go and catch her. Before Shi Shang stepped onto the main street, he heard footsteps running towards him. He could even vaguely hear the voices of people. Shi Shang turned around and walked back. That's her. She changed her clothes. With her looks, I can recognize her even if she changes her clothes. Shi Shang's speed was not very fast, and the people behind him soon caught up. They were a few men in police uniforms, but their eyes were very cold. It was obvious that they were not real police officers. The Shi Shang turned a corner and leaned against the wall. The men quickly surrounded them. Test subject 1 has been found. One of the men raised his wrist and pressed on the watch on his wrist. He reported, estimated time of return is 1 hour. Ah! The sharp iron sword pierced the man's abdomen. It was quickly pulled out and swept towards the other man beside him. Shi Shang's sword appeared out of nowhere. The second man did not have time to react and fell to the ground. There were 3 men left. After the second man fell to the ground, they quickly retreated to a safe distance. They took out their guns from their waists and pointed them at Shi Shang. Test subject 1, put down your weapon and don't resist. Bah! Shi Shang's pale face made a vicious expression. It was really creepy. He looked like a vengeful ghost that crawled out of hell for revenge. If he did not resist, would he wait to be caught and dissected? King retard. If necessary, use special means to arrest her. Don't let her escape. A voice suddenly sounded from the man's watch. Shi Shang stepped on the watch. He did not break it. Perhaps he stepped on the switch, but the sound stopped abruptly. Shi Shang despised himself for being weak. He raised his foot and chopped down with the iron sword. The watch was instantly broken into pieces. Even his wrist was badly mutilated. The 3 men's expressions changed at the same time. How could this test subject be so cruel? Shi Shang looked up at the other 3 men. A smile suddenly appeared on his pale face. The smile was only on the surface. It did not reach his eyes. There seemed to be a chilly wind blowing from the corner. A chill ran down his spine and rushed to his head. His heart was beating rapidly. Shi Shang let go of the iron sword. The iron sword floated in the air. The three men's eyes widened. It floated in the air. Ah! Cough, cough. Shi Shang covered his mouth as if he was going to cough out his lungs. The smell in his throat made him want to vomit. If she had known that this body was so useless, she would have asked them to find her a healthy body. There was no use crying over spilled milk. The people in the lab were chasing her everywhere. After Shi Shang got rid of one group, another group would appear. These people were too fast. Shi Shang guessed that there might be something implanted in her body. But there were too many people chasing after her. She could not find the thing in her body. Screech! A car suddenly stopped in front of Shi Shang. The car door was opened. Shi Shang looked at the person inside cautiously. Hua Meng Meng, get in the car. Shi Shang looked at the person in the car. She looked familiar. The person inside could not wait any longer. He got out of the car and reached out to grab Shi Shang. A sharp sword was immediately placed between them. A biting cold air instantly attacked the person. The cold air came so suddenly that the person was caught off guard. His body stiffened for a moment. I'm a ray of sunshine. Lin Hanyu slowed down and said quickly. He looked behind her and saw a figure chasing after her from afar. The person chasing you is here. Get in the car first. Shi Shang glanced at him and turned to walk in another direction. One who is unaccountably solicitous is hiding evil intentions. I won't get in the car. Lin Hanyu, what the hell? What do you mean by that? Lin Hanyu quickly returned to the car and drove to catch up with Shi Shang. Hua Meng Meng, you're no match for them. Get in the car first. I'll take you to a safe place. Shi Shang always went to places with very few people. So when the group of people chasing after them, Shi Shang immediately let go of the iron sword and let the iron sword kill them. Lin Hanyu was so shocked that his jaw almost fell to the ground. The car crashed into the green belt beside them with a bang. Was he still asleep? Why did he see a sword slashing people by itself? Wasn't this something that would only happen in games? He must still be asleep. Lin Hanyu blinked his eyes hard, just in time to see the metal sword fly past him. Blood dripped from the blade and floated into his car window, splashing onto his face. The faint smell of blood wafted in the car. ## begging for sesame-flavored votes today. ## begging for monthly votes. T to the power of T, crying T to the power of T. # goodnight babies. Chapter 635. Lin Hanyu did not believe what his brother said before. But now, he seemed to believe it. Hua Meng Meng was not a human. Would a human be so calm when they were killing someone? Her expression did not change from the beginning to the end. It was as if she was being chased by a group of robots, and she was killing a group of lifeless robots that only listened to orders. If she was a human, then she would be too scary. Lin Hanyu was a very curious person. Even if he knew this, he still drove the deformed car and followed behind Shi Shang. Cough, cough. Shi Shang resisted the urge to vomit blood. Her body swayed. No, she could not hold on any longer. She glanced at Lin Hanyu's car. After taking a deep breath, she walked towards the car, opened the door and got in. Hua Meng Meng. Lin Hanyu was shocked. Drive. Oh, okay. Lin Hanyu reacted and immediately sped up. Shi Shang sat in the front passenger seat. First, she touched her neck. There was no foreign object. Then, she lifted her arm. Other than some puncture marks, there was no foreign object under her skin. What are you looking for? Lin Hanyu couldn't help but ask when he saw Shi Shang touching her neck and looking at her arm. A tracker. Just as Shi Shang answered, she had already touched the foreign object on her waist. It was very small. If her body was not just skin and bones, she would not have been able to touch it. Do you have a knife? The small kind. She was not carrying a sword, but some strange weapons. Lin Hanyu searched in the car and took out a fruit knife for her. Shang didn't even blink as she brought the knife down to her waist. Hua Meng Meng! Lin Hanyu screamed. Shang ignored Lin Hanyu's scream. After stabbing the knife, she quickly pulled it out. A very small chip was picked out along with some flesh. Shang threw it out of the car. Lin Hanyu. Did she not feel pain? If he was a man, he would not be able to do it. But she did it without hesitation. Lin Hanyu looked at Shang's face that was getting paler and paler. He was afraid that she would die in the next second. He drove the car into the Lin family's villa, got out of the car quickly, and opened the door of the Shang's car. Hua Meng Meng, are you okay? Where is this? My house is very safe. Liang Bing wouldn't dare to act recklessly. Lin Hanyu quickly said, I'll take you to treat your wound first. Through the car window, Shang saw a person standing on the second floor of the villa, looking down. The distance and light blurred his expression. Lin Hanyu noticed Shang's gaze and followed her gaze. His expression changed. That's my brother. You've met him before. Shang avoided Lin Hanyu's support and got out of the car by himself. He used the iron sword to balance himself and said calmly, I will return this favor to you. I promise to get your body back. Lin Hanyu said, You don't owe me anything. Lin Hanyu brought Shang into the villa. The man who was standing on the second floor was already sitting on the leather sofa in the living room. Lin Hanyu. He calmly called out Lin Hanyu's name. Lin Hanyu lowered his head like a child who had done something wrong. Brother, she's injured. Lin Hanshu frowned slightly. His gaze fell on Shang's waist that was soaked in blood. After a few seconds, he got up and went upstairs. Look for me in the study when you're done. Lin Hanyu breathed a sigh of relief. Shang felt that it was difficult for him to even speak. Being able to stand was already his limit. Lin Hanyu let Shang sit on the sofa and ran upstairs. He took the first aid kit down and called for a robot from another room. This will treat your wound. Lin Hanyu handed the first aid kit to the robot. Shang nodded slightly. He turned his back and waited for the robot to treat his wound before turning back. After settling Shang in the guest room, Lin Hanyu went to the study to meet Lin Hanshu. Unsurprisingly, he was scolded. Lin Hanshu did not allow Lin Hanyu to get involved in this matter. This was not something he could joke about. Brother, didn't you say that she might be an artificial intelligence? It's better for us to take her in than to let her fall into Liang Bing's hands. Lin Hanyu hugged Lin Hanshu's arm. Lin Hanshu withdrew his hand. Hanyu, you don't understand. If she really is an artificial intelligence, what are we facing? It would be a disaster. In the end, Lin Hanshu agreed to let Shang stay. After all, he had already brought him back. How could he send him back to Liang Bing? Shang stayed in the Lin family. There was no spiritual energy in this world, so she could only rely on medicine to recover. However, medicine was the slowest to recover. Shang felt like he was in prison during that time. It was extremely uncomfortable. Your brother is called Lin Hanshu? Shang leaned against the headboard and asked Lin Hanyu, who was looking at something. Lin Hanyu nodded. Yes, how did you know? He didn't seem to have told her what his brother's name was. Lin Hanshu. The villain in the novel ended up with a ruined reputation. However, the plot did not mention that he had a younger brother. When they met before, Shang did not sense any familiar aura from him. So he should not be Feng Ci. I guessed. Shang said perfunctorily. Lin Hanyu's mouth twitched. I'll give this lie a bad review. It was too perfunctory. Hua Meng Meng, how did you escape from those people? Lin Hanyu changed the topic. Liang Bing's people shouldn't be so easy to deal with. Also, where's your sword? Let me see it. How did you know I was there? Shang did not answer and asked back. She was in such a remote place. How did Lin Han Yu find her? Lin Han Yu scratched his head. I heard my brother telling someone that you escaped from the lab. Shi Shang raised his eyebrows slightly. This Lin Han Shu was quite capable. He could even plant people in the male lead's lab. He was indeed the villain boss, unlike that retard Feng Ci. I just went there to try my luck. I didn't expect to meet you. Consider me lucky. Thank you. You're thanking me? Lin Han Yu's eyes were filled with a strange light. Surprise appeared on his handsome face that was still young. He couldn't imagine that this arrogant woman would actually thank him. I'm a polite person. Shi Shang changed into a more comfortable position. Since you helped me, why can't I thank you? I thought you would say that this is what I should do. Lin Han Yu rubbed his head. His hair was messed up by him. Some people, once arrogant, felt that they were invincible and looked down on everyone. Lin Han Yu thought Shi Shang was like that too, but he realized that was not the case. Shi Shang glanced at him. I'm relying on you now. I'd be crazy to say something like that. Aren't you being too realistic? The conversation in the room could be heard outside the door. The girl's voice was a little muffled. Lin Han Shu stood there for a moment and left the villa quietly. Those who guessed that Lin Han Shu was Feng Ci came to slap their faces. Daily votes. Monthly votes. All kinds of votes. Vote for me. Chapter 636. By the time Shi Shang recovered, it was already a month later. During this time, Shi Shang had only seen Lin Han Shu twice. And it was from afar. After Shi Shang recovered, he immediately moved out of the Lin family. He felt unsafe living in someone else's house. You're really leaving? Lin Han Yu hung out with Shi Shang all day long. He was a little reluctant to part with her. If you leave, Liang Bing's people will definitely come looking for you. Shi Shang was silent. He pointed at the villa not far away. I's living next door. Why are you acting like you're going to die? Lin Han Yu looked over and felt a little depressed. When she came, she was poor. Only 2 months had passed, and she not only had a car and a house, she even had an ID card. After a while, Lin Han Yu squeezed out a sentence. That's more than 100 meters away. F***ck off. Shi Shang grabbed his things. See you in the game. You're still going to play the game? Lin Han Yu was instantly energized. I still have to go back and show off. Of course, I'm going to play the game. Why don't I move in with you? We can take care of each other. It's not safe for a girl to live alone. Lin Han Yu suggested. Shi Shang gave him the middle finger, rushed down the stairs, and walked out of the villa. Lin Han Yu followed her to the door and coincidentally bumped into Lin Han Shu at the door. Lin Han Shu brought some people with him. The two were talking when Shi Shang appeared. Lin Han Shu immediately stopped talking, but Shi Shang still heard the words Liang Bing, experiment, and game. Lin Han Shu knew that Shi Shang was moving out, but he didn't say anything. Now that they met, he just nodded slightly. Then he walked around her and brought his people into the villa. When he passed by Han Yu, he grabbed his arm and dragged him inside. Lin Han Yu struggled. Brother, what are you doing? Eating. Lin Han Yu could only watch as Shi Shang walked away. Brother, do you still think she's not human? Lin Han Yu grabbed Lin Han Shu's arm and asked him seriously. Lin Han Shu frowned slightly. Although the number of times he met Shi Shang could be counted on his fingers, he knew Shi Shang's movements like the back of his hand. Whether she is or not, her ability is questionable. Lin Han Shu avoided the topic. She has never left the villa. Where did her money come from? Han Yu, don't underestimate her. Lin Han Yu glared at Lin Han Shu. Was this important? He liked her anyway. He went upstairs to play the game that he hadn't played in a long time. Lin Han Shu sighed and shook his head. How could his younger brother be so stupid? Shi Shang was still using the NPC Hua Meng Meng's avatar when he logged into the game. The location was still the same as before. Shi Shang also saw a few people on the map. The male lead, Liang Bing, and several players from Swift Shadow. Shi Shang's sudden appearance startled everyone, including Liang Bing. Yo, are you having a meeting? Shi Shang stood at a distance and looked at them with a smile. Why haven't you left yet? Hua Meng Meng, how dare you appear? Liang Bing almost gritted his teeth and squeezed out this sentence. Why wouldn't I dare? Shi Shang laughed arrogantly. Aren't you still trapped here? Speaking of this, Liang Bing's anger rose. He had been trapped here for a month. If it weren't for the game cabin's automatic energy supply, he would have starved to death. Until now, his people could only let a few people in. But no matter how hard they tried, he couldn't go offline. Shi Shang directly teleported back to Shenju Palace after mocking Liang Bing. Recently, the game company didn't dare to update because their CEO was trapped inside. Since Hua Meng Meng was missing, Shenju Palace naturally couldn't be cleared. A group of players who wanted to level up were stuck at level 79 and couldn't reach level 80. Shi Shang returned to Shenju Palace and opened the World Channel. He saw July's crazy fans spamming the screen. World July's underwear. Big brother, please update. Flip the table, World July's underwear. Big brother, please update. Flip the table. July was a mangaka. She was always dragging her manuscripts in the game, so her readers came to play the game and urged her to update. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. July, you bring your crazy fans to the World Channel every day. How can we who don't have crazy fans live? World Central Air Conditioner. Why don't I have such cute crazy fans? Sad, 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 sad. World Hua Meng Meng. Because your hands are bad. World The Great July. World July's underwear. World July's underwear. World Looking at retards. World A man's true colors. World Your daddy is online. I think I saw the return of the missing person. World The Great July. You didn't see wrong. It's the cruel spinster. World A ray of sunshine. Hua Meng Meng. Hua Meng Meng, let me in. World A man's true colors. The cruel spinster is back? What did the officials say? Didn't they say it was a bug? Why is she back now? GM, come out and explain. Ever since Hua Meng Meng disappeared, the World Channel became much quieter. The official explanation given was that there was a bug in Hua Meng Meng's character, so Shenju Palace was temporarily closed. As for leveling up, they would update the leveling requirements in the next version update. In the end, they waited for a month, but the update did not come. Instead, the cruel spinster returned. World, you'll suffer. F***CK. Boss, you didn't even talk to us when you came back. You even went to the World Channel to find the cruel spinster. What's going on between you two? World Majestic Presence. I knew it was weird when Boss got the Moon Shadow Scepter. There's definitely something going on between them. World Jianghu's Novice Wolf. Boss, did you really sacrifice your body? Humans and NPCs can't be in love. World Hua Meng Meng. I'll come back whenever I want. Can those idiots stop me? The World Channel was instantly filled with the aura of a king. World, your daddy is online. World, you'll suffer. World, a ray of sunshine. World, the Great July. It was the same recipe. It was the same taste. This was the cruel spinster that they knew. World, searching and seeking. Hua Meng Meng, are you a spy? This interruption was very abrupt. The other players who were spamming in the World Channel suddenly disappeared. They were probably trying to decipher the meaning behind searching and seeking's words. This searching and seeking. She was targeting Lu Jin before, and now she was targeting her? World, Hua Meng Meng. Did you spy on your man? World, the Great July. My Meng Meng is amazing. World, a man's true colors. Spy? Searching and seeking, what do you know? World, searching and seeking. Hua Meng Meng, watch your words. Do you think no one knows what you did? If you don't want people to know, don't do it in the first place. World, Hua Meng Meng, what did I do? Did I sleep with your man or eat your rice? World, a ray of sunshine. My Meng 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 is awesome. Chapter 637. Probably because there were too many people in the world, Sun Mi stopped talking. However, her words were heard by many players. What spy? Chaotic World was the first holographic game. There were a few other holographic games in the world, but they were not as realistic as Chaotic World. That was why Chaotic World's core technology had always been a secret that the industry wanted to uncover. Other companies must have sent people to experience it, but they would at most be players. It was impossible to become an NPC. Shi Shang located Sun Mi's position and went straight to her. Sun Mi was fighting a wild boss with someone. She was holding the Heart Sei Qin. She got the Heart Sei Qin from Lu Jin's hands and even splashed dirty water on the female lead. If she didn't trap the male lead, Sun Mi would have quit the game. Speaking of which, what was the female lead doing recently? Shi Shang shook his head and threw a skill. The boss fell to the ground and dropped a bunch of items. The items dropped by wild bosses could only be picked up by whoever killed them. So if Shi Shang didn't pick it up, no one else could get it. Sun Mi stared at the equipment on the ground for a few seconds before glaring at Shi Shang angrily. Her expression froze when she saw Shi Shang's face. Then, she quickly hid behind the man beside her. Hua Meng Meng, what are you doing? She poked her head out and questioned loudly. Let me ask, what did I spy on you? I was just saying. Sun Mi suddenly raised her voice. Did I hit the nail on the head and you want to kill me? Yes. Shi Shang's eyes curved. World, Sun Mi. Hua Meng Meng wants to kill me. Help, she's a spy. Coordinates, Sky Sound Valley 208, 65. Sun Mi suddenly went to the World channel and screamed. World, Ancestor, stop fooling around. The cruel spinster doesn't have the Moon Shadow Scepter, but you can still send people to the World channel to ask for help? World, Hua Meng Meng. So you're here to kill me? World, the Great July. Such an arrogant spy, I give full marks. World, you'll suffer. Is the cruel spinster really a spy? Shi Shang easily annihilated Sun Mi's group. Cold and Cold wasn't there, but just as Sun Mi's group was annihilated, Cold and Cold arrived. Nearby, Cold and Lonely. Why did you kill my wife? Nearby, Hua Meng Meng. Why else would you kill someone in the game? Just to stir up trouble. She had wanted to kill this seeking girl for a long time. Why would she need a reason to dislike her? This was the perfect opportunity for her to kill someone. If she didn't do it, she would be letting her down by calling her a spy in the world. Cold and Cold used an item to remove the effects of the corpse securing talisman and pulled Seeking up. Hua Meng Meng, you're breaking the law, I'm going to sue you. As soon as she got up, she pointed at Shi Shang and yelled, Hubby, hurry up and avenge me. She stole my boss and tried to kill me. Avenge me first, then report her. Go ahead and sue me. I'm not afraid of you suing me. Shi Shang looked at the group of people opposite him arrogantly. Just you wait. Seeking gritted her teeth. Cold and Lonely activated a skill and threw it at Shi Shang. Cold and Lonely's level was quite high, so he could definitely take more hits than Seeking. But against Shi Shang, he could only be abused. Shi Shang's skill's damage was frighteningly high. Just as this group of people was lying down, the game company's people rushed over in their NPC's disguises. Nearby, Seeking. She's a spy. Hurry up and investigate her. Catch her. Nearby, Seeking. This kind of scum should be locked up for life. NPC 1, Hua Meng Meng, don't mess around in the game. Shi Shang glanced at them. If I don't mess around in the game, are you going to mess around in real life? NPC 1, Private. NPC 2, Hua Meng Meng, calm down. Release President Liang first. Everything can be discussed. He's so strong, just come out on his own. The male lead wouldn't die. The NPC was furious. If they could get Liang Bing out, why would they bother her? Private, NPC 2, Hua Meng Meng, what you're doing is illegal. Then isn't it illegal for you to experiment with human bodies? As soon as Shishang said this, the 3 NPCs were shocked and quickly scolded, Hua Meng Meng, what nonsense are you talking about? There were other players here. If other players knew about this and spread it, it would be terrible. Am I wrong? Shishang had an innocent face. Since you dare to do it, why don't you dare to admit it? Cowards! It was easy for him to say, but who would dare to admit it? Although they were only doing things for money, if they were exposed, they would definitely be drowned in spit. NPC 2 quickly sent a private message to Shishang. Private, NPC 2, Hua Meng Meng, don't talk nonsense. We can talk in private. There's nothing to talk about. Shishang spread his hands. Usually, the result of talking was to be killed by the other party. I'm such a smart person, how could I be fooled? Private, NPC 2, what do you want? We can negotiate with the higher-ups, but you can't talk nonsense in the game. Shishang rolled his eyes. Did I talk nonsense before you guys came? If you don't F** King appear in front of me, I won't talk nonsense. The 3 NPCs looked at each other. When they came just now, she was just torturing the players. She did not talk nonsense. Private, NPC 1. What do we do now? Private, NPC 2. Don't touch her. Retreat. The NPCs came quickly and left quickly. The players lying on the ground probably only understood the words human experiment. But what human experiment? Shishang glanced at the corpses on the ground and left before the group of sightseers in the World Channel arrived. Nearby, searching and seeking, hubby, what did she mean by what she said to the people from the game company? Nearby, cold and lonely, why did you provoke her? Nearby, searching and seeking, I just don't like her. An NPC was showing off in the World Channel all day, and those idiots did not suspect anything. Nearby, cold and lonely, the next time you cause trouble, I won't help you clean up the mess. Searching and seeking choked and did not dare to say anything. If cold and lonely did not help her, she would not dare to do anything in the game with her little ability. The 3 NPCs quickly went offline and ran into the meeting room to report what had just happened. There were not many people in the meeting room. They were all core members who had participated in the human experiment. CEO Meng, is she really experimental subject number 1? Experimental subject number 1 had become a vegetable at the age of 12. How could she be so powerful? How is CEO Liang? Meng Jie was not sure and could only change the topic. Our people can already teleport in, but CEO Liang is still unable to go offline. Meng Jie pondered for a moment. If it takes too long, CEO Liang's body will not be able to take it. Hurry up and bring CEO Liang out. Yes. They immediately left the meeting room. Meng Jie held his forehead and looked at the city shrouded in fog outside the meeting room. For the first time, he wondered if he had done the right thing. Human experiment. Chapter 638. Private, A Ray of Sunshine. Hua Meng Meng, did you go against them? As soon as Shishang left the map, A Ray of Sunshine sent a private message to her. Private, Hua Meng Meng, haven't I always gone against them? Since when did she not go against them? Private, A Ray of Sunshine, you're alone. Even if you're strong in the game, Liang Bing's influence is huge in real life. You should hide. A Ray of Sunshine was anxious. She was exposed to those people as soon as she entered the game. He really did not know what she was thinking. Private, Hua Meng Meng, I'm scared of him. Fight him one-on-one. Private, A Ray of Sunshine, who gave you the confidence? Even his brother, who was so strong, did not dare to fight Liang Bing one-on-one. You dare to fight him one-on-one. Private, Hua Meng Meng, I'll give you a piece of news. Private, a ray of sunshine. Private, Hua Meng Meng, Liang Bing is trapped in the game by me. According to their progress, they will need at least a week to get him out. This news was to repay Lin Hanyu for taking her in. The Lin family and the Liang family used to work together, but they broke up for some reason. Lin Hanshu and Liang Bing were like fire and water now, but the two families were equally powerful. No one could do anything to the other. If Lin Hanshu was smart enough, he could use this 1 week to accomplish many things and occupy an advantageous position. If it was her, she could use this 1 week to change the head of the Liang family. Of course, she did not expect Lin Hanshu to be so capable. After all, a talent with both intelligence and beauty like her was not easy to find. You're actually a violent maniac. Without strength, you're just a piece of trash. If you're so capable, go and compete with your IQ. You always want to destroy people's whole family. No matter how strong you are, there's always someone stronger. The system was very dissatisfied. Private, a ray of sunshine. Private, a ray of sunshine. Hua Meng Meng, are you sure you're not messing with me? Private, Hua Meng Meng, believe it or not. Private, a ray of sunshine, it's not that I don't believe you, I'm just scared. This is black technology. Failed, Lin Han Yu stared. F***CK, she blocked him. Not happy. Lin Han Yu quickly went offline. Although he didn't care about the company's matters, he definitely had to tell his brother such important news. Shi Sheng blocked the private chat channel and went on the world channel. Unexpectedly, he saw Sun Mi scolding him again. Probably because the scolding was too harsh, the system blocked out a lot of the chatter, and the whole world was filled with a string of asterisks. World, the Great July, searching and seeking, were you bitten by a mad dog? You deserve to be killed by my Meng. Who asked you to scold my Meng in the world chat? You cried in the world chat when your skills were not as good as others. After being scolded by others, King opened your mouth and said that we were all spies. Have you watched too much television? World July's underwear. Calm down, big brother. World July's underwear. Dada, she didn't watch too much TV. She just forgot to take her medicine. World, searching and seeking. Pfft. Did your IQ get eaten by dogs? Hua Meng Meng was such a big bug. If she wasn't a spy, then what was she? You guys are helping her clean up the mess. Aren't you in cahoots? World, the Great July. Can't I be Meng Meng's diehard fan? I'm going to clean her floor. World, Hua Meng Meng. Be honest, are you my anti-fan? Damn it, he was trying to clear her name. Hearing what he said, she was also his anti-fan. World, the Great July. If I love you, I'll hate you. Shi Sheng. This girl was awesome. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. July, you'll gain countless anti-fans like this. World, searching and seeking, go on and clear her name. Sooner or later, you'll have a taste of your own medicine. World, your daddy is online, don't worry about that. World, happy every day. We came here to play games for fun. In our daily lives, we fight with our colleagues, bosses, wives, and children. You guys even came up with a conspiracy when playing a game. I'm King drunk. World, time waits for no one. Hua Meng Meng is quite fun. World majestic presence. Is there a spy as arrogant as the cruel spinster? Shouldn't spies be sneaky and afraid of being discovered? How could Hua Meng Meng hide anything? Majestic Presence did not believe that Shi Sheng was a spy, just based on the fact that his boss had an affair with her. World Hua Meng Meng, come hit me if you're unhappy. World Majestic Presence. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. World, your daddy is online. Most people actually had the same mentality. They were here to relax, not to be tortured. Therefore, the things that happened in the game were usually treated as gossip by these soy sauce players. So what if she was a spy? They didn't lose anything. Searching and Seeking was diverted by this group of people and disappeared from the world channel. The World Channel was gossiping about whether Shi Shang was a spy or not, as well as her own suspicions. Some people even openly asked in the World Channel, "World Screaming Waves, the cruel spinster, are you a spy? World, a man's true colors, I just want to clear this dungeon. Why is it so hard? If the cruel spinster has the guts, come and fight me one-on-one. World, your daddy is online, the one above, be careful of being silenced if you ask this. World Hua Meng Meng, I'm not. What the hell is a spy? Do I need to be a spy? World, the Great July, She actually answered. World Screaming Waves, then are you a hacker? World, the Great July, of course, my Meng Meng. Otherwise, how could the game company not be able to fix the bug? Ha ha ha. Trash company, they only know how to cheat us players. I'm very happy that they got cheated, so I admire my Meng Meng even more. World, a man's true colors. The cruel spinster, are you a man? World, Hua Meng Meng, trash company, not enough for me to play with. World, July's underwear, World, July's underwear, Shi Shang was talking nonsense with the players in the World Channel. Liang Bing's people could only watch. They were still trying their best to save their CEO. This was King Black Technology. Announcement. Shenju Palace's master Hua Meng Meng has set up a ring. Those who succeed in the ring will receive a pass. Announcement. Shenju Palace's master Hua Meng Meng has set up a ring. Those who succeed in the ring will receive a pass. Announcement. Shenju Palace's master Hua Meng Meng has set up a ring. Those who succeed in the ring will receive a pass. Players. So, what the hell are you doing, the cruel spinster? They couldn't even enter Shenju Palace's dungeon. How the hell are you going to set up a ring? Why don't you let them level up? This game didn't cap at level 79, okay? However, they seem to think that this game only capped at level 79. The cruel spinster was the only NPC at level 80, dominating the entire server. Chapter 639. The Rules of the Arena. Players could apply to challenge the arena. Players who succeeded would get a pass card. The rules were that simple. There was no other explanation. There was an explanation for the pass card. Pass card, the player who got this card could level up to 80. Previously, players had to clear Shenju Palace to level up. They also had to drop the underworld water to make pills. It was very troublesome. Now, the rules were very simple. It was just a challenge. You could level up if you won. World, central air conditioner. My Meng is amazing. You changed the rules of the game. Won't the trashy company fight with you? World, the Great July. Trashy company won't dare. World, July's underwear. Trashy company won't dare +1. World, July's underwear. Trashy company won't dare +2. World, July's baby. Trashy company won't dare +2222222. World, central air conditioner. July, your fans are spamming again. Take it back. World, you'll suffer. We can enter Shenju Palace now. You'll suffer's words caused a sensation in the world. Shenju Palace, which had been closed for many years, no, a month, could be entered? When players ran to Shenju Palace, they realized that not only could they enter, but Shenju Palace was also connected to the map. They didn't need to teleport from the dungeon. In the past, when they teleported, they could only see part of the map. Now, they could clearly see the whole Shenju Palace. There was a magnificent palace in the middle. World Ancestor, stop fooling around. Don't tell me this was done by the cruel spinster? World True Love, don't run. Trashy company can update the map without stopping the server? World, your daddy is online. Then it must be done by the cruel spinster. Awesome. World Superb Ex-Boyfriend. What does the trashy company want? The cruel spinster can do it alone. If I were the boss, I would definitely support such a talent. World June's flying snow. Then again, if she's so good, why would she be a spy? World, the Great July. Of course my Meng isn't a spy. World July's baby. Of course my Meng isn't a spy. +1 World July's underwear. Of course my Meng isn't a spy. +2 World July's CC. Of course my Meng isn't a spy. +3 World Sunny July. Of course my Meng is not a spy. +6666666 World Central Air Conditioner. July, you're spamming whenever you don't agree with me. That's enough. Announcement. The Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng, has announced the World Heroes Token. It can be obtained from the dungeon, Love Flower Shrine. Whoever has this token can start a war in the underworld. Announcement. The Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng, has announced the World Heroes Token. It can be obtained from the dungeon, Love Flower Shrine. Whoever has this token can start a war in the underworld. Announcement. The Palace Master of Shenju Palace, Hua Meng Meng, has announced the World Heroes Token. It can be obtained from the dungeon, Love Flower Shrine. Whoever has this token can start a war in the underworld. Before everyone could figure out the Shenju Palace instance dungeon, the system made 3 more announcements. What the hell was the Passion Flower Shrine? Why have I never heard of this dungeon before? Wasn't the Great War of the Underworld a gang war that the trashy company was promoting? This rumor would only be released when players reached level 100. Now, there weren't even level 80 players yet, but it had already been released. You're amazing, my NPC. You've done all the work of the trashy company. The trashy company was crying in the toilet. Liang Bing, who was trapped in the map, almost fainted when he received the news. How did she get our data? What is your technical department doing? How could she get her hands on such an important thing? And she even quietly updated the game? Boss Liang, the content of her update is different from ours. Those updates, other than the main storyline being the same, the mission and the dungeon content were completely different. Boss Liang, when she updated, she didn't cause any players to disconnect. Liang Bing gasped for breath. After a while, he held his forehead. What about Lu Jin? How's Lu Jin? The others looked at each other in dismay. They pushed each other, pushing each other. When one person came forward, the others all shrank back. Liang Bing frowned and looked at that person. What happened? Nothing. Miss Lu is fine. That person quickly waved his hand, but he didn't dare to look at Liang Bing directly. I'll give you one more chance. If I find out that you're lying to me. That person's face stiffened. He opened his mouth. Boss Liang. Ever since Hua Meng Meng left the game, Miss Lu never appeared in the game again. Liang Bing glared. His face was extremely ugly. He roared, What did you say? Ever since Hua Meng Meng left the game, Miss Lu never appeared in the game again. What did you tell me before? Liang Bing suddenly reached out and grabbed that person's collar. You said that she's fine and told me not to worry. What are you telling me now? Don't worry, Boss Liang. We already have some clues. Miss Li's body is fine. The most important thing now is to get you out of here. How do I leave? Liang Bing's heart was in a mess. How do I leave? Why did I hire you? Hua Meng Meng alone can throw you guys out of the game. Why did I hire you guys? Liang Bing pushed that person away and grabbed his hair in frustration. I'll give you 24 hours. If you don't get me out of here, I'll teach you a lesson. The others nodded. Updates kept popping up in the game. In the end, even the main storyline changed. And the difficulty was much higher than before. If the previous difficulty was 5 stars, then the current difficulty was at least 10 stars. It was doubled. Shenju Palace was upgraded to level 130. It was still a dungeon with no level restriction. This meant that even if you were only level 30, you could still enter Shenju Palace. You could form a group of 30 to clear the dungeon. The arena was a solo dungeon. It had nothing to do with the dungeon. The key point was that the players were only level 79. They couldn't even clear level 80, let alone level 130. This was definitely the players' first time watching the game update online. It was very novel. Some players were worried that there would be problems and directly went offline. They didn't dare to risk their lives to play the game. The rest were a group of brave players or curious about how the game would be updated by the cruel spinster. The system that was working hard. I'm the one who updated it. Why does the host get all the credit? I didn't want to do this at all. Why did the master add such a mess of functions to it? Now he was helping the host to update the game. They weren't here to play the game, okay? Host, please take your mission seriously. The system pulled out all kinds of messy scripts from his database and forced them into the game. Who asked you to play the game? Who asked you not to do missions? I'm not playing the game. The system quivered. You're scamming those players. But well done. It was rare for Shi Shang to praise the system. The system was full of tears. Why did it have to have such a scary host? Could it go on strike? It had a temper too. #hashtag today's carrot-flavored ticket hashtag on December 6, 2016, book review area flip winner baby. Old Nye. Read more book reviews. There will be surprises. Ha 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 ha. Good night, Tiger Touch you guys. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.